do the thing. I've tried turning it off and on again, so hopefully that works, but yeah, it might not. I apologise for it not being active.
How very IT of you.
Very IT of me. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Now we can all see our beautiful faces. And stream avatars. Thank you, stream avatars.
By the way, love the little thing you have for Pete in the bottom corner.
Get in it.
That is cool. You forgot to add casual sadist to the description though.
Casual sadist.
I mean, you have let us live. Maybe it's our extreme luck though, leaving everything on 1 hit point.
I feel blessed to be alive currently. There we go.
So we're losing stuff but gaining stuff?
Yes.
Apparently so.
So real quick. Everyone needs to remove 1,100 copper pieces.
Okay.
Aww.
Feng, you need to add 950 silver.
Add 950.
Silver.
Okay.
And Mamba and Marle need to add 1,050 silver.
Oh, okay. Oh, silver, not gold. Whoopsie.
Yeah, silver, not gold.
Yeah.
Can you please repeat the copper?
Everyone takes away 1,100 copper.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that literally it? That was the...
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Galad has already done the math.
Fair. That was way easier than I thought.
Yeah, and checked how much
Hey,
you guys
words.
spent.
Hey, Simply. What is D&D? Dungeons and Dragons. I'd say tabletop role-playing game, but this is more like computer-top role-playing game.
Desktop.
Dungeons and Dragons is D&D. Oh. Simply got big brain now. Big brain. How are you today, Simply?
Big brain engine.
But I do enjoy Wilmot's response. D&D is a torture device. From our, I quote, casual sadist DM, apparently. Which I do not agree with.
I swear I love you.
We're all gonna die. There's gonna be 10 white dragons, or 10 black dragons, or whatever the worst one is. What is the worst one, actually?
You can take...
Ancient Red.
Oh, cool. Good to know.
You can take it out on me.
She's all 5.
Nice. Tiamat sounds fun. I hope we get introduced one day. I will,
Player...
Do not...
Pix wants...
Deny.
Wants
Please,
Tiamat.
no.
But it could be really fun. What if we're like level 20 and we just fight Tiamat for shits and giggles?
I can arrange that if you like.
At level 20?
At level 20, I'm only gonna have 40 hit points. Don't...
True. You'll be dead in a second.
So, remember how I mentioned previously that the challenge rating of a monster is designed to be an equal fight of 4 adventurers of the same level, right? So if you guys were all level 20, you'd expect the challenge rating of a monster to be level 20, right?
Right.
Yep.
Tiamat has a challenge rating of 30.
Oh.
Ha!
Which means it's not designed for 4 average adventurers at level 20 to fight.
Well.
We did.
No, then.
We don't die.
No Tiamat, I guess. We'll put Tiamat back in the box. You know how big a deal level 20 is, right? I don't. I've never been level 20 before, but it sounds fun. Unless we have to fight
Me neither,
Tiamat.
Awoods.
I'd like to be level 20. I've no idea what I would do at level 20, but you know. Probably own a country.
I do.
Turn it into a giant circus. With unicorns. And
I know
puppies.
exactly what I'd do at level 20.
What would you do at level 20?
Oh, I can't tell you.
No!
Spoilers, sorry.
Ugh. Sad.
I did a new.
You did a new.
Yeah, I threw my pen on the floor. It's alright, I got back up there.
Like the level scaling's not linear, if I remember, so level 1 against level 2 is not the same as level 19 versus level 20. That makes sense from what Pete just said, I guess. Especially if you're fighting
Is it kind
something...
of like a curve like this?
Yeah. Because I guess if you're level 20, you're gonna have, like, real powerful shit, so...
The jumps in power get pretty big sometimes. Like there's a lot of cool abilities you get at level 20. Unless you're a bard for some reason, their level 20 abilities are garbage.
Really? What do they get?
When you hit level 20, whenever you start a fight and you have no points of inspiration left, you get 1 point of inspiration. It's garbage.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow!
It's terrible.
So essentially...
Like the Paladin, for example, at level 20, the Paladin gets the ability to turn into like an avatar of their god and gets like 10 different bonuses and becomes fucking amazing. And then the bard just gets 1 inspiration point back. Yeah.
Yay.
Well, geez, just unlocking level 3 spells for me has been like a huge jump.
Yep. Alright. Just so I'm aware, Galad, did you watch the episode last episode? You all caught up?
Yes, I'm all caught up.
Sweet. I thought you had said you had been. I was like, yeah, awesome.
Forgot that. I know I forgot something. There we go. It has been unforgotten. No, I don't watch the episodes. Awoods, how dare you?
You're a mod. It's your job. You have to.
All right. So before we start today, has anyone got any questions or anything they'd like to bring up and go through?
Nothing that I haven't already brought up with
Nope.
you a second ago.
All right. So, in that case, we will dive back in to our campaign.
Fuck yeah.
So, the Soul Searchers have all arrived at the underwater city of Cjbeards, having been led here by the merman Trenwith and given a place to stay. They've set out on a series of tasks that they have become aware of that the city is in dire need of help with. The first being a set of drow raiders. Events that went catastrophically wrong, leading to capture, torture, jailbreak, and freedom, as well as slaying the leader of the drow outpost in the local area. Having returned to the city, Galad and Saz stayed behind, Galad making sure they could keep an eye on Saz, who was critically wounded and didn't seem like they could continue. In the meantime, Feng, Mamba, and Marle headed off in search of the treasure wreck, a map that Saz had previously found. Making their way through the gloom of the ocean, they found their way to the shipwreck that the treasure had once been in, only to find the underwater lair of a young, vindictive white dragon. battle commenced, and lives were very nearly lost. However, the party were successful, gaining a large hoard of loot. They have returned, having fought a giant shark on the way, Marle riding it into the depths and void of the underwater area, and repeatedly stabbing it, prison style. You did fight it off and have finally returned to the city, whereupon you were met by only Galad, who mentioned that Saz decided that they had other uses, and could be more beneficial to the party elsewhere, saying that they had a small bit of personal business to attend to, but would help you as soon as they could. You guys settled down for the night, resting and recovering, before morning comes around and you're all awoken. You guys, one by one, eat inside your magical mansion, wishing or thinking up foods and drinks, and it materializing in front of you before standing at the doorway, unable to open and simply swimming in place. You see the familiar sign of Trenwith, the merman that led you here. His hair golden and quite long, he drifts in the water around him as he's sort of waving and attempting to catch your attention.
Trenwith? Hey.
Top of the morning to you.
You guys approach the door as he smiles across. I hear you've managed to deal with quite the threat recently. Those drow. Our city militia went trailing off in the direction that you guys came from and found their fortress abandoned. You all have my deepest thanks, and the city thanks you as well. I wanted to say that I have been doing some digging on your behalf. I took the liberty, you see, of speaking to your friends, Tristan and Jimmy. They mentioned that you guys had set sail in hunt of a ship with purple sails and a large eye.
That sounds about right.
Well, a couple of the local explorers have found some information that I believe would help you. There is a large temple that the traders from above know the directions to from land. Our people believe it is accessible by the sea. The temple has large underwater gates that are sort of locked in place. There's a giant series of octopus tentacles that cover the door. They're carved, though. And it sounds very much like what you guys have been looking for, and what is marked on your arms. It's a long travel underwater, though. And so I have a proposition for all of you.
Of course.
I spoke to the city about rewards for all of the good that you are doing, and it took a while. The council is not too giving to outsiders. But they do see the value in the lives saved from what you have done already. And what you mentioned you might do, securing the trade route to the forest dwelling above. As such, they're willing to give quite a gift should you find the bullets, slay them or get them to move on, and return here to let us know that you've succeeded. with some form of evidence.
Okay, I'm listening.
Your friend, the one that left last night.
Yeah, Sazerac.
You see, that's them. You see, they did some work here in the city when you all first arrived. They were feeding one of our great beasts. We have a couple of these ancient dragon turtles. They were helping to feed Krish. The city is willing to, in recognition of your, let's not put it lightly, life-saving and city, well, saving the city, if I'm to be blunt. They're willing to give Krish to you, along with a small set of handlers, to make sure that they can feed it if you travel away.
Wow. A dragon turtle. Holy heck.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes.
What does it do?
Well, mostly, the dragon turtles are not necessarily trained for combat, but they are essentially a living but mobile, building, to be precise. You can set up on its shell, and lifeline structures and ways of protecting you from the crushing depths of the sea are built on top. You would be able to use Krish as a base of operations, though limited to the sea. They can travel on land, but they're exceptionally slow and must return to water at some point. Aside
Can
from that,
we meet them beforehand?
Of course. Please, come with me.
Yeah, go with.
I'm also coming. I was just eating chocolate, it was important.
Okay. Are you all going with them?
Yeah.
Patty?
Okay. Trevor begins to swim off as you one by one gather all of your things and exit. You hit the icy water, making sure you've got gillweed in your system before you're traveling, and they begin to take you away from the tavern and down some of the main high streets. They travel for a while, crossing the chasm before coming up to one of three very large domes. They open one of the doors. You see that this area is quite heavily guarded. And as you all step inside, you see this vast creature. Though the shark you guys fought was big, the creature that you have been referred to as Frish is easily the size of a small castle. As you look at this beast, its head is probably the size of a shed, and on its back, on its massive scaled shell, you see several small structures resting inside this sort of bubbled, shimmering dome. Trenwith swims up towards the dome and just gestures his hand forwards. And as you guys swim up, putting your hand through the dome, you feel the coldness of the water around your fingers vanish as it goes through. And one by one, you step forwards and step onto these raised platforms on Crush's back, and are able to breathe, and are no longer underwater whilst in this dome.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
For now, you see that there is quite a small shack built onto the back of Kresh. At the head or the forefront of this dome, you see a large drum, and there is a pair of large reins that seem to have been built onto the front of this shell. They look quite ornate, and very lax right now. You see a thin individual, blue skin, almost, although they're in the dry standing with you, and they have legs, not a fishtail, you see particularly pointed elven ears, but their skin just looks permanently wet, like they're still almost dripping as they turn. And have they done it? You've already gone and killed them.
No, not yet.
Alright,
We're just
I
looking.
just wanted to come meet him. I'd like to cast Speak with Animals.
You cast Speak with Animals. Let me just double check. You then go to speak to Kresh, and as you do, you don't get a response. I'm terribly sorry. I recognize the magic you're using. It won't work. Do any of you happen to speak Draconic?
No,
Nope.
sadly not.
If I just understand, what was it? Comprehend languages. I can't speak that language though, can I?
Comprehend language is you will understand the language, but you will not be able to speak it. Let me just double check. I think you need tongues to be able to speak it.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't let you speak that much.
Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll be learning Draconic.
He is an
What?
incredibly smart individual, though as his chief handler, I'll be around if you need me to talk to him.
Okay.
So
What kind
you're
of a
always
home
gonna be
does he
with
have
us?
around here?
Sorry, one at a time, if you would. I'll quickly answer you, big fella. Yes, if you are to be in the inheritors of Krish, I will be around. I've been around since I was born.
Oh,
And you, miss? What was your question? Sorry.
What kind of a home does he have around here?
The ocean generally is his home. He is one of the largest creatures to live under the ocean. There are not very many natural predators for him. He is also carnivorous, thus is a predator himself. Part of being a dragon turtle.
And no one's gonna argue with a giant dragon turtle.
Not really. Not in all my experience, they don't.
I feel like we could become fantastic pirates.
I never thought about
sorry,
becoming a pirate.
Did you say pirate?
I was only joking, but imagine a pirate with a massive turtle. Invincible,
Right, good. Well, I'm kind of glad that was a joke, because you see, that wouldn't be very cool with me.
Does that mean one of us has
No,
to get a
but
wooden leg?
What happens if it was a bad guy in a boat? Can we use the turtle then?
Well, I'm starting to get the feeling that you guys are very, very nice people. You're definitely helping out my city, so I can foresee possibly bad guys on boats, and you could definitely use Krish's help to get that boat.
Sweet.
Very
That's all I
true.
need to know.
The only other question I have for you then is, what's his favorite treat? Does he like the meat of the things we are about to kill?
Good question.
I don't think well, he eats seafood.
Seafood!
And eat it.
Seafood. You see it? And it's food. I suppose you're right. Funny. Yes. Well done. Well, I don't know. In all honesty, from this creature that I've heard is this bullet. They sound like a ground creature, not a swimmer. So I've not really tried.
So like taking a fish to a steakhouse.
I imagine so. Yes. We don't
Like
really
to
have
try and
steakhouses down here. It's almost like we're a city of vegetarians.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot
I
about
forgot about that.
that.
I'd like to try and pat him on his head.
To pat him on his head, you actually have to swim outside of the bubble, because the bubble only encompasses a small portion of the back of his shell. And you swim out of the.
I'd
the
like to
bubble and you
accompany
reach across
actually. That sounds good.
And you go across. As you guys exit the field, the air pocket, you do hear the individual behind you quickly shouting out, "Just don't put your hand in his mouth! He's clumsy!"
Thank you. I'm gonna turn to Marle and say, I just wanted to make sure that the third party here and gesture to the turtle is okay with this arrangement too.
Makes sense.
Because I know what it's like to be in that position.
You know what it's like to have a house inside you?
I mean, I know what it's like to be caught in between two parties that both want to decide your fate and you have no say in it.
Fair point. Do you also like seafood?
Okay.
I love seafood. I'm not a picky eater.
I need to find a new favorite food.
We ate a lot of pond fish where I'm from.
Maybe I could try seafood. And then I just pat pat Krish on the head.
The two of you swim over to this like large shed-sized head, and you just put your hand and just pat the top of his scales. They are rock solid. Like you can feel the amount of flesh and muscle this creature has. Interesting enough to Marle, having done your best to dig out some materials from the young white dragon, it feels very similar.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, you're such a cutie, aren't you? Oh God, you're so cute. I can't wait to go with you on adventures.
You two don't notice it being like how large this creature is, and you two are quite small on top of its head. But Feng and Mamba, you guys do watch as Krish. Can you please make me an animal handling check?
Who?
Me?
Galad.
Oh, that's a good one.
First roll of the night.
19.
19. Krish sort of rolls his head, and you can see this like snapping of his beak. This massive beak, by the way. You take a look, and this could easily punch a hole in the bottom of a battleship. It just sort of just snips away once and then twice, and then its really large tongue just sort of relaxes out the front like a yawn, and returns.
Okay, that's all I wanted. I say we head back to town and do what we need to do. I gotta get these weapons appraised.
I'm very happy about this. I need something to keep me going. This is really nice.
I'm doing it for
Where's-
him now.
I need to get my hammer fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, I have mending, by the way. I changed it for sleep, so I can mend our weapons, or I can
Ooh.
try anyways.
That's really cool.
Okay.
Mamba, isn't your bow really broken? Is it your bow?
If you have even one hit point missing, let's just use the mending. It's a
Yeah.
cantrip, it doesn't take
Uh,
slots.
my bow is with 5 points of damage, and my swords. I'm not sure if they have one have 2 points of damage, or if both of them have 2 points of damage. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear.
None of your equipment that you have that is damaged is magical. and as such, handing them to Galad to have a quick look, it does take you a while. You have to. You realize there's a lot of damage on these weapons, and with the mending cantrip, it would appear that on a meta level, casting mending only repairs 1 point of damage on a weapon. So for the bow alone, it takes the nearly, in fact, exactly 30 seconds for you to continuously cast mending to fix it. You get the feeling this would definitely work out, and it's fine outside of a heated battle, but inside combat, it might take a while.
Yep.
But
Okay.
Everyone's equipment is repaired.
Hey, does it work on that? I think I had a. What did I have in my inventory? Hold on. I know I had something. Maybe I gave it away.
Okay.
Oh, a short bow. I had a short bow that the string snapped on.
When you go to cast mending on the short bow, the bowstring itself is too broken beyond repair to mend. You will need to go get them fixed, because that one actually broke.
Okay. I didn't mark that it was broken on here. My bad.
I think it's because it was given to you. You swapped that out with someone, I believe.
It's because when we got rid of all our equipment, when I put it back, I just didn't add the note again. Anyways, yeah, I'd like to go to the appraisers that they visited yesterday and get these 2 elven daggers that I have appraised, along with the one of the jets.
Okay. You go across to the appraisal shop. You see the old man inside as he gestures you in the large Triton individual. His seaweed green hair slightly greying in areas as he gestures you in. Right. 2 elven daggers and these gems appraised. Let me see. You see him snap his fingers and look across the daggers, and then across to the gems. That'll be 75 gold pieces.
Okie dokie.
Okay. The daggers, as you look at them, both of them are, as he explains it to you, are magical. They are daggers of +1 each.
They also poison.
They themselves are not.
Do they have poison embedded in them at the moment?
Currently, no, but they do have the ability to have a poison applied to them. The gems. As you take a look, he sits down with the gems, because you have a fair few of these now, don't you?
Yep.
I have 8.
Mm-hmm. So he takes a look at the gems, and then he looks back up to you, and then he looks down at the gems again, furrows his brow, and continues to inspect them for a moment. He takes out his small glass appraising monocle, and sort of furrows his brow before pressing his hand against one of them, quickly removing it as fast as he can. I think this is a bit awkward. Where did you find these?
In the fortress, the Drow fortress.
Right. Okay. Well, in general, these are known as the Eyes of Lolith.
Oh.
They're not worth too much actually. Maybe 10 gold pieces each. But it's a good thing you came underwater first. You see, any creature that removes these gems from their original place will become irresistibly edible to all spiders they come across. Now, this does mean that no matter how large or small, spiders, should they come across you, will attempt to eat you.
Even if I
Furthermore,
get rid of them?
I'm afraid you can try and get rid of them. Not being a drow, having removed them from that statue, has placed a curse upon you. You can't get rid of these.
Wow.
Oh dear.
Huh. Hey, Galad. That's my spider impression. Was it good?
Close, yeah. Enough.
So, I could try and remove the curse for you, if you wish, but it's not an easy set of magical incantations, and it's quite costly.
Of course it is. Ah, fuck. How much?
It'd be 300 gold pieces.
Is he having us on?
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. Oh, I'm sick of these. About 3.
3. You
I believe what he
you sit
says.
there. You sit there. He could be, but he might not be. They're gems that you got from a spider statue, and it seems about right. Also, this magical mumbo jumbo is really confusing, Feng.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Wow.
Oh well. That's what I get for being greedy.
That's a really shitty curse. Holy heck.
Yes, you're quite lucky.
It might
that
be
there's
a
no
lot.
spider under here.
If it's a little one, you just squid them. Just hit them away. Not gonna be big spiders everywhere, right? You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
There were a lot under here.
Yeah. Imagine just waking
That'd be
up and
alright.
losing all of your toes because the tiny spiders ate them. That would totally suck.
The only thing is, how would I tell if the curse was gone, or if it's even real?
Can I ask actually? You said specifically you're lucky you came underwater. What happens
Right,
if
there's no spiders
you
on the
weren't
water.
underwater?
Well, there's just no spiders down here, you see.
Ah, okay.
They don't swim.
I thought there was like a worse version of the curse that happens if you find them on land or something, where every spider in 100-mile radius is drawn to you or something awful.
I wouldn't quite know about that.
Good.
I just know that if they're in your area, they'll come and have a nibble.
Direct area? Or like, we got like 30 meters, 40 meters?
Some would say that all spiders within 60 feet.
Huh. Yeah, that's not too bad. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Are you gonna have it removed, Galad?
I kind of want to wait and see if it's actually real.
I feel like I trust this guy.
I'm
I
just
trust this guy.
How are we gonna save the city if I'm constantly being followed and almost eaten by spiders?
Yeah.
yeah. So the main problems with this kind of curse is it's not the giant spiders that will get you in the end. It's not the worrying bit. It's the fact that every time you come across a spider, and if you think about it, there's a lot of spiders in the world. They are all going to try and nibble you. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Would you do it for a little less? So that we can, save your city?
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Oh, that's a 2.
Well, I really can't. The material components alone is quite strenuous, and the magic takes quite a lot of energy.
I don't think I have a choice, guys.
Yeah. I guess at least you won't be nibbled.
Here you go. Yeah. Take my 300 gold and get rid of this fucking curse. But I also want to know, is there something I can do with these jewels? Some way they're helpful?
Well, giving these jewels as a set to any individual that is not a drow would apply the curse immediately to them. Equally, they would be very valuable to a drow, should you wish to sell them specifically to one of them. Though,
So, if we
I
really
can't
want to
imagine you're
fuck
very
with
good
somebody,
friends.
we could apply the curse to someone if we, gave it to them.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's pretty horrible way to do things, but yes.
Guys, we got?
But if they're really evil or something, we could just give them the gems and they wouldn't even know. And then,
How many
boom.
eyes we got?
2.
2. Oh, so we can give.
No,
people
no, there's
curses.
8.
Oh, it was 8?
We can
8 of them.
We
8.
can give
It's
8
a
people
spider.
curses.
Wow.
You must give the whole set to someone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Aw.
that's fine.
Yeah.
So let's find somebody we really, really don't like who is a really terrible person and give it to them. But they have to be a terrible person.
I don't think I could agree to that. I'm sorry. It's part of the oath I gave my master in order to get Titan's Bane.
Fair enough.
I can't do it.
Fair enough.
Included in the
Do you want me to look after
cost,
them?
get rid of them. No, even the knowledge of it is against my oath, so we're gonna have to get rid of them.
Yeah. Maybe to spare some poor soul who finds them, we should scatter them in different places. So we
Can I just
each
break them
take
with my
2
hammer?
gems, or you could break them with your hammer.
I don't think it would be hard to just drop them at the bottom of the ocean, guys.
That's true. Yeah, we could do that.
Just drop them when we get a chance.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do for you?
How much are the daggers worth?
They're probably worth about 500 gold each.
Perfect.
Nice.
Alright, please get rid of this curse for me.
Very, very well. You see him gather a couple of material components. He begins placing them down in front of you, and he's going to attempt to remove the curse. He is successful. You feel this energy wash over you. Nothing really happens, but there is this ever so slight feeling of relief, and you can't quite place where it comes from. I believe it's done the trick. You should be okay. Test it next time you come up to a spider.
Thank you. I just turned to Feng and go, I mean, if he was scamming us, he was scamming us. There's not a whole lot we can do.
We can break him.
Oh, you didn't.
No.
I don't think we should break him. He's a very nice guy. Or at least he
I need
tries.
to
We'll find
go
out.
to this.
Can we go to the smithy? I have to have a very complicated a complicated conversation that I don't understand any of the components of. So, need to go there. I got dragon scales.
I'll go to the smith.
Yeet.
Yeah, I
and
need
get
to go
my
there too.
armor for Nuki.
Okay. You guys all head across to the smith. It doesn't take you long to find them. You see Thrith working away. still crafting and doing his best to build. He sees you coming, and immediately as he lays eyes on Feng, he sort of smiles and raises his hand. Hey, Feng, you're chainmail.
How's it going?
I've nearly finished. I need a little bit more time. It was a bit more complicated to put enough rings together for something that big.
Fair enough.
Could you, per chance, come back this afternoon?
Yeah, sure.
I need armor that isn't going to give me disadvantage on attacks. Or preferably stealth too, but I mean, I'll take it or leave it. Got anything like that?
When you say attacks, you don't seem to really have weapons, or you have a staff. Do you mean physical attacks or magical attacks?
Magical would be better, but if we could do both, that would be great.
Well, you see, armor is very restricting to spellcasters. Are you trained in the use of any armors?
No.
I could try. I don't have anything personally around, though I do have armors that would not reduce your ability to hide, that would protect you. However, if you're not trained in how to use it, you won't be able to cast magic with it.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. Do you know of any such armor that exists somewhere?
There are a few out there. Though I must admit, most individuals with arcane ability that I've come across in my time have more trinkets that protect them than actual armor.
Anything like that? Or know where I can find some?
I'm afraid I do not, and I would not know. I don't tend to leave town very often.
Okay.
Hello. I don't know if I've met this guy before. Have I met them before?
You've come here with Feng and Mamba before.
Cool. Hello. So we did a thing and we killed a dragon, and I have some of its scales, and I just pop them on the table in front of me. And
his eyes almost go wide, just looking down this glistening white surface. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off. And what?
And I would like to see what the possibility is of attaching this armor to some plate mail, like what I'm wearing but cuter, and attuning it to myself. And I don't understand anything about what I just said. Feng just told me before.
I could try. Though this is not my area of expertise. There's a very strong possibility that I could make it incorrectly and it go wrong.
Okay. That sucks.
Out of character.
Hmm.
Would my character know? What it's hide? It's hide, yeah. Essentially, right?
Scales, yeah, dragon scales.
My character would know someone in the clan that would.
You do know that the beast clans are very adept at using the armors and hides of magical beasts to make their armor.
There would definitely be someone in my clan, if you want to keep hold of this, that would be able to transform it.
Yeah. I would rather you not break it. Not to insult your craft.
I came out open. There's a strong possibility that I'd get this wrong.
Yeah.
There's a chance that I could do it right, but depends on the risk level you're willing to take.
No, it's fine. I forgot about Feng's homeland being as skilled as they are.
We need to go there.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Okay, well that's fine. That's basically answered my question. Can you hold on to it? So I don't just walk around with all these scales?
I'm not really a bank. How long do you want this held for? I'm still working on Nuki's armor for another half a day.
Well, we have to go and deal with that bullet soon, and I don't really like in the time we've been adventuring together, we've been captured twice, right? I think it's twice, and that's twice too many. And if somebody captures me and steals my dragon scale,
Why don't you just leave it in the room?
because I'm stupid and I forgot.
We also
worry
have a
then.
bottomless quiver here, guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but what if I take the quiver? I'll just put it in the room. It's
I
fine.
mean, they could just as
They
easily.
will need to kill me to take the...
That's true. Okay, well, I'll
I
go
can just
take this
carry
back
it.
to the hotel. You could carry it, but like, I don't want us to get captured again, and then someone to steal all of my things, and then ruin it because they started attacking it with hammers and the.
Looking at the size of the chunks of white scales and the way that the quiver works, coins worked because they're small individually. You're holding on to the 5 pounds of essentially heavy-duty fabric. You would have to cut it into strips to put it in the quiver,
And we're not gonna do that.
which would drastically reduce the ability of what you can do with the dragon scale.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
fine. I'll keep it in the inn while we go off on our little day trip.
Would I know if it needed to be cured or not?
Roll me a survival check. No. Roll me an arcana
Okay.
check.
Ooh. It's an 11.
An 11? You're not sure. You have seen your people tanning hides, almost religiously using the beasts around them. And it is a very common thing. For dragon scales, you wouldn't know.
Fair enough.
That's fine. I'm okay. Well, that's all my questions. Thank you very much, sir.
Very well. Does anyone else have anything?
Out of character for a second. Is this the guy that I borrowed the shield off of, or was that someone else?
This is the guy you borrowed a shield off of.
He sells weapons too.
He does sell weapons, yes.
I'd like to sell you one of these daggers.
Sure, let me have a look. Sort of takes one from you. Okay. Elven maid.
Wait.
Drow, specifically.
Galad, before you sell that, Mamba is really great with poison. Like, that's kind of her whole deal.
Yeah.
Why don't you
I get
sell
to
it?
keep one.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I have two. I need to recover the money I just lost on a fucking curse.
You could sell it to Mamba.
It's okay, it's okay. It's sell
Are you
it.
sure?
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I thought I'd
Alright.
speak up.
Alright, well, tell you what, I'll give you 400 for it.
420.
412.
415.
430.
I'll take it.
He takes the dagger off you and gives you 413 gold pieces.
Oh, I'd also like to sell this short sword. I can talk.
Yeah, I can buy it off of you. Is it damaged?
Nope. I don't even think I've used it. Maybe once.
Well,
The only weapon I've ever had damaged was the short bow.
I'll give you 6 gold pieces for it.
Done. Thank you.
Well, that was easy. Very well.
Now, how much do I owe you to keep the shield?
Cool. Wish to keep the shield.
Or even better, do you have a better one? Still small, preferably.
Not really. The shields aren't very common. They don't get used too many times, so I don't really make them. I tend to make weaponry. 10 gold pieces and the shield yours.
Alright, done. I had one more. Something else I wanted to sell you. Oh, I also have just a regular dagger here I'd like to get rid of.
A gold piece.
Done.
Alright.
I think that's all I had.
Yeah, I think I'm done here. Does anyone else need to do anything?
Nope.
Cool. We should probably buy some potions. That's a good
And I
idea.
need some
right?
rations as well.
Yeah, potions and rations. Good idea.
Okay.
It was 50 gold or 50 silver for 10 rations, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Correct, yes. 5 gold pieces for 10 rations, essentially.
Oh, I have 10.
Wait, yeah, I'm gonna get 10 then.
You guys are looking around for a potion vendor?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, can one of you, whoever's leading the investigation, please make me an investigation check. With advantage if someone wishes to help them.
I
So
am
you
good.
look around town.
Please give me
Oh,
advantage.
I have a +6. I have a +6 on investigation.
I have unfortunately already rolled. And I rolled terribly.
I'll help then.
Oh yeah, with advantage I rolled terribly. I rolled a 5 and an 8. So
Oh dear!
yeah, I got an 8 and it's a flat. I was just excited.
Marle immediately darts off, looking around in an attempt to find some form of vendor, and it takes you guys a while. About half an hour passes before finally, collectively as a group, you get fed up and just lead off down a different direction, aimlessly wandering. And it does take you guys 45 minutes to find a potion vendor. There is one down, to your surprise. And he's got a small cart with a picture of a potion that is open and the liquid is just spilling out into the ocean.
Pretty.
And it is ironically called the drowned stopper.
Nice name
Nice.
for a shop you've got here.
Yeah, I don't really get much business. You know, owing to the fact you can't open a potion underwater.
That's very
The
true.
liquid just sort of leaves.
Yeah.
Why did you set up business underwater?
Wow, it's just in small-time adventurers like, or the odd occasion. It's a bit of a side business to me. I'm more of a researcher.
Oh, okay. This is just like byproduct
cool.
research?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I've got a few things.
Interesting.
Oh,
What you got for sale?
Well, I've got your generic healing potions. I've got a couple of magical poisons. I've got a couple of movement-based potions that I brewed up fresh this morning. It allows you to swim faster, jump faster, run away faster. You've got quite a few different bits there. I've got one potion here that will turn you invisible for a while.
how much for that one?
Yeah, how much for that one?
Oh, well, the potion that will turn you invisible, I've got 2 of them. One of them's going to cost you about 500 gold pieces, and it will turn you invisible for about an hour. But if you do anything strenuous, it will sort of stop working.
I used to be
the
able
other
to
one-
do that.
Oh, right, I thought someone out there must know how to do it. I could turn it into a drink.
A good idea.
Would have been great. One day I'll take these potions to the surface and I'll make a killing.
You will.
The other one will set you back 1,500 gold pieces.
Uh-huh.
It will send you invisible for 1 minute, but you can do whatever you like during that minute.
Oh. That's kind of interesting.
Cool.
Anything that raises defense or magical attack? Doesn't have to be a potion, could be an item too.
No, I'm afraid I only deal in potions. Nothing that would really help, I'm afraid.
And just basic, or do you have greater healing potions as well?
I've got a range of them. Let me have a look here. I've got some. Let me just double check. I've got a price next to the. So, I've got some healing potions here. I've got a couple of greaters, and I've got a pair of superiors.
Much?
Well, a regular healing potion, I've got 12 of these in stock. They're 50 gold pieces each. Greater healing potions, I've got 4 of those. They're 500 gold pieces each. And I've got the 2 superiors that are 5,000 gold pieces each.
Whoa. How many regular ones did you say you had?
12.
I'll have 4, please.
Why don't we buy 3 each? And we can each have 3? Please?
Oh, yeah. I didn't do maths properly. Yeah.
There's 4 of us. Yeah, we're gonna clear you out.
Yeah.
I'd like.
Well, if you could all
buy
give
3.
me 150 gold pieces each.
Of course.
All right. Sounds good to
I'll
me.
give you 50.
I'll give you 1 potion.
Fair enough.
I can buy the other 2 for Feng.
All right.
Okay. I mean,
How about you, Mama? Do you need some help? Mamba?
Sorry.
Are you going to buy them, or?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought it was yeah.
Brilliant. And do any of you want a greater potion? Whilst, splashing the cash. I love this. I've got business for the first time in years.
first time in years.
Always happy to help
Oh,
out,
it's
sir.
been a while. Quite a while, I'm not going to lie. I was doing quite a lot of business with the trade route up towards the surface, but ever since those bullets turned up, there's been a lot of trouble. Dealing in person, it's been a long time.
I mean,
Gonna
we're
go
about
and
to
deal with
clear
it.
that trade route for you.
Yeah, that's our plan for the day.
You know what? Bring me back their eyes intact, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay, what do their eyes do?
I don't know. I'm an inventor.
Fair enough. Sorry, man.
Sorry, what was
Do
the
you
name of the
have
shop
any-
called again?
Do you have any potions to make me bigger?
No. But I hear they're big beasts. Bring me back their eyes, they might do that. Who knows? That's the wonders of science and alchemy.
As a person who has recently bought an alchemy kit, by the way, do you have any recipe cards for stuff that's around here so I could build make my own potions? Because you seem to be a very inventive guy.
You say you're a fellow alchemist?
I try. It doesn't go particularly great. I've only ever made poultices, but I'm trying.
Charlie,
Hmm?
1 second. If we end up clearing the trade route for you,
Yeah.
can we get and I'm talking to the salesman here. Could we get a recipe for potions? It's not like we're going to be here again after this. We promise not to share it with others, so you don't have competition.
They
Bring
are
back proof with the eyes.
secret. They are secret recipes.
Yeah.
We need to stay alive in order to do this.
Yeah.
Well, make me a persuasion check, please, Galad.
Would I be assisting?
Anyone
want
wanna
to
help?
Of this conversation?
I can't read, so I won't be able to share it.
You know what? Assisting with persuasion checks, you've got to help with the conversation in an additive way. Feng telling everyone that he can't read is actually helping. There's less likely that your party's going to spread it around if one of them can't even read what it is. So yes, you can have an advantage on the roll.
Fair.
Okay, 17.
All right, clear the route. I'll give you the recipe that
I
I
will
use
get
for
you
making
those
the healing
eyes.
potions.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, kind sir.
Hey, you're more than welcome.
It
Well, good luck with all your potions. Did you want to buy any more, by the way? I've got a couple of these greater ones in.
later, maybe. I don't think I.
Right.
Yeah. I'm saving money for
We
some
might
really
need them
fancy
after
armor.
this.
Gotcha.
What was your name, by the way?
Oh, I forgot. Let me have a look. Hang on.
I forgot my own name.
This magical man in the sky or behind the computer screen keeps forgetting my name, even though it's written on the document online now because I'm slowly transferring. I'm Gavin.
from?
Gavin. Well,
I'm
nice
Gavin.
to meet you,
Yeah.
Gavin. I am Marle.
Nice to meet you, Marley.
Feng.
Gavin.
Feng. What?
Once.
I'm Galadesis, and this is Jodie.
Bullet
Galadesis,
You can just come-
Jodie.
eyes.
Right. And you there, little one?
I'm Black Mamba.
Nice. Does your friend have a name too?
No.
We need to name
Oh.
your snake, Mamba.
We've not named your snake.
Noodle.
Mini
She's
Mamba.
not my
Danger
snake.
Noodle.
She's her own. She's independent.
She's a strong,
but-
independent noodle.
Vanessa.
We can always find out later if she wants a nickname or what her real
Yeah.
name is.
Do snakes
Um,
have
you know.
names?
As they're all talking, the snake does slightly tighten around you, Mamba. And just rests there. Seems appreciative. Okay.
If you're going to
Say,
strike a deal with me, sir? Sorry.
what would you like to know? What's the trade
You're
we're going to
good.
get on it?
If you'd like to strike a deal with me, sir, you have to pet my bunny.
I have to pet your bunny.
Sounds like a
Yes.
funny euphemism, doesn't it?
Well, what's the deal we're striking?
But to get the recipe when we defeat these.
Is that a
Oh, yeah.
separate deal
Oh.
from the eyes? Like the eyes are a completely different thing. If we bring you
Our
back the
eyes are different. Bring me back the eyes and I'll work something out for free.
Wait.
Well, it seems a bit silly because you asked me for the deal. So, I'm sure your rabbit is perfectly lovely. But they're just a rabbit. No offense. Wet fur is not the nicest. Though I'm sure your polar bear is lovely, sir. Oh, I don't want to get between you two.
Thank you. She is lovely.
Cool. I think we're all good now, aren't we? Nobody has to do anything. We can go and check this lovely worm out.
Yeah, look, we need to go find out where these wormy things are.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything else to. Oh, yes, I do. Is there a medicine shop nearby? Or, actually, you're a smart guy. What's with
I
these
am.
moles on me? I got bit by spiders a couple times, and I've got like 2 or 3 of them. I just need to know if they're dangerous for now.
Let me have a look. Yeah, he sort of has a quick peek. No, hear me out. I am a really smart guy. But no idea. Sorry.
Do you know
Can I-
someone who would know?
I, I'm actually not that great at medicine. Maybe some of the elders would be. But they'll be in the temple. Though they do worship, the god of the sea. Not quite sure that's you're not quite a seafaring person. No offense. Neither am I, to be fair.
Okay, it's not important right now. Let's just get going on these figures.
So you lot will be heading up to that trade route then.
Yes.
Gotcha. So, well, in that case, you guys are going to need to head directly above the city. You'll find that trade route pretty quick.
Directly above.
Directly above. Just swim up. You'll find the entrance and the guards, and you'll be ready to go.
Cool.
Thank you so
Sweet,
much
thank
for all
you.
your help.
Thank you.
That's all right. Good luck. I do hope you get the trade route open. I would love to make sure that my business can open again. I'm basically stuck down here. Can't even run a click and collect service. It's not great.
How long has it been since we spoke to the smith?
Maybe an hour.
Huh. I was hoping this was gonna go on a bit longer. Can we wait until this afternoon so we can get Anuki's armor?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Sure.
We do.
Let's go pig out in our room and have a good time till
Yeah.
then.
I could try and make some potions or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd like
We
to
need to
study my
train some
scrolls while we're in
maneuvers.
there.
Sorry, Feng?
We need to train some maneuvers, like practice.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta pretend against big worms, so.
Yes. Fight big worm practice. Good.
Okay. Is this what everyone would like to do? Everyone would like to go back to the room and just hang out for the most of the day? I'm seeing a lot of nods.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys go back to the Drowned Anchor, and you go back to your room, and you step inside. The floor is yours, guys. I will use this because we've been doing a lot of our long rests at the ends of sessions recently. I will, at this point, let you guys do a tale of the campfire as you guys relax and enjoy the majority of your day. So, can everyone roll me a d6, please?
Thump.
5, 1, 2, and from Mamba, 2. Galad, it is your turn for Tale of the Campfire. You may ask any individual any question you wish.
You know what? I've had both of them already. I'm gonna pass it to someone else. So the
In which
two
case-
twos maybe roll again.
Yeah, if the 2 2s can roll again for me.
Okay.
And again for me.
Okay.
Mamba, it is your turn to ask any individual any question you like about them.
How did you and Jodie?
How did we meet? She. I'm getting really nervous here. She's from my home forest. We met there about 113-ish years ago.
14 just.
114.
114.
Ah, 100.
13.
And that's above this place? This.
Yes.
Are you not excited to go home?
What would make you think that? I'm not good at hiding emotions.
No, some subtle hints. I don't know. You don't sound too excited about going back to your home.
I would be super excited to go home.
Did you have a falling out? I hope you don't mind me asking.
I'm scared.
That sucks.
I'm scared to go
You're
home.
It's okay. I'll help you out.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
trust me, we could take them on, but I would rather not
See?
have to.
We-
Because
we
just
got-
as much as I hate my clan, we do an important job, so wiping us off the face of the dragon would probably be a really bad thing.
We'll pop in, we'll say hi. We get a bad feeling, we just go back under the water and they can't get us.
If you guys want to pop in and say hi, go ahead. I probably won't be accompanying you.
Well, you don't need that family anymore. You have us. We're basically your family. I've decided.
Thank you.
Yeah, you could walk through the town showing us off.
Yeah.
It's like,
Look at my new family. We're so much better than you.
It would probably make my father hate me even more, and I would relish that. I would love it.
Especially if we rocked up with a giant friggin' dragon turtle.
a polar bear and a bunny
And a
snake.
bunny, and a snake, and a polar bear.
and a
My
fang.
kitty.
And a fang.
Forget about the kitty.
No kitty anymore.
There's no kitty.
No.
Oh,
Although,
bad.
I'm still jealous that every single person except for me has an animal.
Snooky loves you.
Nuki, I love Nuki too very much, but she's your life partner, and I don't know what I want. I want something. A unicorn.
You feel this like presence rising up behind you as the shadow cascades over you before Stop! You get tackled by a giant polar bear and it just lands on you.
Aw.
Yes. That's adorable. I just like scritch and kind of like play fight to the best of my ability against a giant polar bear.
You know how dogs rapidly tap their leg when they're having fun and getting scritched and belly rubbed?
Yeah.
The floor shakes when Nuki does it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Anyway, should we go see if
Maybe-
your armor's ready?
In this time,
Yeah,
I
I'll-
would like to have been messing with my potion kit while we were talking.
What are you trying to do?
I would like to try and make a potion or a poultice.
Okay. What ingredients would you like to try and mash together?
Oh dear.
Remember, this room can make anything, and it's good practice. Like, we won't keep it, but it's good practice.
Do
Oh,
my
for-
alchemy supplies
for-
come with ingredients?
They come with ingredients that are used to distill or break down other ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get the
And
basic
you don't have to
block-
waste your-
building blocks.
Okay.
Yeah, they will come with the required materials to break down and infuse other materials, but you do still need to find a catalyst or a major ingredient to actually go and make it work.
I didn't think about this when I
But-
got my supply kit. That's fine then. I'm not going to be doing anything with my alchemy kit.
Yeah, it'd be like trying to carve a stick with a knife, but you only have the knife. You can't carve a
Yeah.
stick you don't have.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can
What
go
if-
scouting.
What about Fang's dragon teeth?
Yeah, saying about that, can I would, for the sake of brevity, Feng would have got some string and tried to make some sort of like, put them on necklaces, like as a trophy.
Pretty.
You know that there's not a lot of string down here, but they
Yeah,
do have
I
like some
figured
sort
that,
of
that's-
fiber. They do have like some sort of fiber that seems to be made of seaweed.
No, that's
Um,
why I was gonna hang on with the teeth. To be fair.
So you hold on to them.
Yeah, I was gonna hold on to them.
Cool.
During this time, you guys do have several hours. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I guess I will be reading my books on Gnomish rather than alchemy stuff. Trying to
You
have
slowly...
silly conversations with Mamba in very broken Gnomish.
Okay.
I'm gonna be reading my Ancient One scrolls to try and decipher them.
Okay, we continue reading.
Go out for a long.
How long have I read
you
them
just
for now?
Walking around.
Yeah, you just think continuously of a single long corridor, and you just walk it for a while. It goes on and on and on and on, before finally looping back around to the rest of the group. If there was nothing else you guys would like to do, we'll continue on to the afternoon.
Go with me.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys hang around, you chill out, you relax, until a couple of hours pass. Again, it's really hard to tell the passage of time down here, but you do leave it a while before swimming back to the smith. You see Thrift looking pretty happy as you arrive. He holds up one end as he gets two assistants to lift the other sides of this huge chainmail armor set. It's like, right, we've got it working. Here you go. It should fit, I hope.
Nice.
They do outfit Nuki with a set of chainmail armor. It does fit. It does seem fairly well made. Nuki's armor class is 16 whilst wearing this. However, Nuki has disadvantage on all stealth checks.
Oh, we weren't stealth anyways.
Are we all
How-
just
how often
collecting
stealth worked out?
Sorry.
How often has stealth worked?
Are we all just collecting disadvantage on stealth checks now? Because like I swear the only person who doesn't have disadvantage is Mamba at this point.
I don't.
Oh. Well, now
What
I'm
armor are you wearing?
hurt.
Oh yeah, you've got the mythic armor now, haven't you?
I've got the mithril armor.
All right. You guys, having gathered some supplies and armoring your polar bear, swim directly up from the city. There is a moment where the lights begin to leave you from down below as you reach the top of this underwater cavern. You see the shelf directly above you and a small set of glimmering blue lights. Swimming to the top, you find yourself in an open cave. Yes, Galad. Is that a... No, you're good, you're just... Right, okay. So you go up and up, and you do breach out into this open air. There are a couple of guards here that do stop you, however, with a quick explanation that you're here to help clear the trade route. They do allow you to pass, explaining that this is a single long tunnel that leads only one direction, and that is to the surface. As you begin heading up.
Sounds good.
Can I...
Yep.
Is it dark?
It is.
Can I light a torch?
Okay. You light a torch as you travel forwards. Are you taking the lead? I think you're the only person now that can't see in the dark, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, cool. And as you progress, what is the marching order? Who is going at the front? Who is going at the back?
I'll be pretty front-ish.
Feng knows the way.
Take the back.
It's
Oh,
a straight
Feng,
line.
Marle,
Feng
Mamba,
can't
me?
mess up.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
so...
I'll give you the map thing.
Okay, so
It's a straight line.
my
right?
marching... Yeah, cool. The marching order then is Feng, Nuki, Marle, Mamba, Galad.
Cool.
Okay. You guys travel down this tunnel for quite a while. It takes maybe half an hour of walking as it gradually, consistently raises up. You can feel it in your ankles more than actually seeing the difference underground as it continues to trail. At a steady rate as well. You're looking down, those of you that are fairly perceptive can see grooves in the rock that have been carved out by the continuous movement of wheels. This definitely looks like a well-traveled area. As you continue, you understand that the reason why this is taking so long is because they can't have it going too steep, or the carts will just vanish and fly downhill. After about half an hour, Feng, you do notice it first, being at the front. You come to a point where there's a fork in the road.
Okay.
Interesting.
Is it a left and right fork or a left?
It looks like it branches off almost near Y. One goes left, one goes right.
Huh.
I've got the map.
I'd
right.
like to.
Looking at the map you guys have was of the Drow Cave network. You are in.
No, I had one of the
tunnel.
trade routes too.
Oh, you did. Sorry, yeah, you had the map of the trade routes. Looking at the map, this shouldn't be here.
Oh. I'd like to listen down both tunnels for any sound of movement.
I think I'd like to
Make
join
a
you on
perception
that.
check. Make your own perception check as well. Then.
Cool.
One each.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, okay. 21.
7.
21 and
7.
7. You listen out. Galad, you're really struggling to hear much down here. You get, at one point, you do get distracted by the slight tickling of fur, and you realise that Jodie's just getting a bit impatient, and it stops you from really paying too much attention. Marle, as you're listening out, you can hear the sounds of small rocks being moved really far in the distance, coming from the left tunnel.
Okay. I can hear funny rock sounds on the left. Do we think that's the way we should go?
Yeah, I think so.
Do the two caves look differently built? The two ways?
Make me a nature check, please.
Nature 12.
12. They do. As you pay a little bit more attention to the sides of these caves, the pathway on the left doesn't look anywhere near as natural as the path that continues right does. And the path that continues right seems to have the signs of erosion and just scattered and compressed rock. The tunnel on the left, as you pay more attention, has quite a lot of these small rocks. Like, this has been bored out.
Huh. Yeah, I think so. Cool. Let's go.
We should try and be quiet, right?
Yeah? Should we try and be quiet?
I was gonna start whistling, but yeah, sure.
I'd like to join you on that whistle, but...
Yeah, let's whistle then.
Yeah? I
How
could give you a drum beat.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
You guys remember what happened last time? We started yelling and stomping in a cave. Do you want to be in jail
Yeah,
again?
I made some amazing footprints, but yes, I know what you mean. Fine, we'll be quiet.
Thank you.
Rolling
Okay,
stealth check.
if you guys are gonna progress quietly, can you all roll stealth checks, please? Marle and Feng, Marle and Nuki are at disadvantage.
I actually didn't roll terribly, and I'm so happy. I got a 13.
Hang on. Okay, so I got a 13 for Marle. Feng.
Nat 1.
And Nuki.
Nat 1.
No.
Two nat ones. I rolled a nat one for Feng, and then
Mamba?
disadvantage with the nat one.
24.
Okay, and Galad.
26.
What was that, sorry?
20. Sorry, 25.
Okay.
Imagine rolling 2 nat 1s though.
Yeah, I rolled 2 nat ones and a 10. I was like, wow.
Oh, that's
Okay.
heartbreaking.
You guys continue to proceed. Traveling up this tunnel. It doesn't take long before this tunnel, although starts by winding up, suddenly dips back down and then turns a sharp 90 degrees to the right. You go on forwards for a little bit before it goes vertical. And you guys have to climb, putting your hands on the walls, shimmying up this like a chimney, before it continues to wind and twist and turn in all sorts of directions in a complete 360 motion all around, not sure where to go. There are moments where Feng slips. There are parts where you can hear the echoing of Feng's voice as he's trying to push Nuki up this vertical point. Nuki scrabbling against the rocks, her claws digging into the stonework and scraping this loud bone on stone sounds. The rest of you being very relatively quiet. As you continue moving on, you get to an area where it flattens out and begins to open up slightly into a small cave, maybe 30 feet wide. As you enter, following the marching order, Feng, you start walking across this gap, seeing the tunnel on the far side continues. You walk across the center. Absolutely fine. Nuki continues. Absolutely fine. Marle, as it's your turn to continue walking through this empty space, you notice as Nuki's footprints have begun to crack the stone flooring as they've wandered past. You put your foot down afterwards, and you just hear and feel the rumbling of stone and rock below you.
Uh-huh.
Can you, Nuki, and Mamba please all make me dexterity saving throws as the floor suddenly begins to give way?
Okay. Concern levels rising. Dex.
8.
8.
17.
17. Nuki?
15.
15. Mamba, the floor, as it cracks and begins to break, just gives way, and the sudden cascade of rock catches you completely off guard as you slip down into the dust and rubble. Nuki lunges forwards and just her claws dig into the stonework as she holds herself upright, and Marle, you manage to quickly just dart off to the side. Just in time for all of you to see Mamba shooting down below you guys. You guys look, there is a lot of dust for a moment. The air around you, Mamba, is thick with debris. There's a struggling burning sensation in your lungs for a moment, as if you've just landed in a giant cloud of pollen. But you do look around, and after a brief amount of time, the dust does settle. You guys can see that Mamba appears to be in another cave directly below you, maybe 20 feet down, and seems to have slid under with the rocks and landslide. You don't seem to have been hurt by this, but looking back up, you do see that you are now slightly separated from the group. There is a cliff wall that you could scale up, and As you look around, you do notice with your superior dark vision, you are also in a cave that is about 30 foot wide, 30 foot in radius. Can everyone please make me perception checks?
Oh,
Even for Nuki?
Even for Nuki? Yes.
24 on a nat 20.
Okay.
3 for Feng and 21 for Nuki.
Okay, Galad.
Nat 1, so 6.
Okay, and Mamba, sorry?
Me too.
Yeah, you as well, please. Sorry,
19.
yes. 19. Okay. Feng, you don't notice this, and neither does Galad. Marle and Nuki immediately looking around your room, you see is tucked up against the wall, this large rock slowly shifts its focus. You see as these sort of stone-crusted scales, sort of almost armadillo-style plating where it just consistently wraps over the top of itself, begins to shift around as one leg, 2 legs, and then a third and a fourth, this quadruped animal sort of shifts around and begins to turn towards you. Its long body ending in a sharp tail, and its face is almost one sleek, smooth sort of cone before its mouth opens and you see its beak, large and hungry. At the same time, Mamba, you're looking around the dust in your room as you see the exact same thing crawling out of a tunnel just ahead of you.
Shit.
It is at this point that I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Can I take a moment before everything happens to yell down to Mamba and say, "Get your butt up here!"
You can.
Cool.
You can.
Good. There we go. Oh, yeah, changing music would have been a really good idea, wouldn't it? There we go.
Okay, did anyone get above a 15?
Oh, yeah.
19.
That's a 19 from Feng,
18.
18 from Mamba.
16.
Okay. Galad, what'd you get?
6.
Okay. As the dust begins to settle, you see this creature. It's got these tiny slits at the front of this almost cone-shaped head. It seems to be made of some sort of really heavy chitin plating. And these creatures are large. They are easily twice the size of Feng. As they do turn on to face you guys. Having caught you unawares, but having not reacted quick enough, Feng, you are the first person to notice this shadow moving around that Marle immediately turns and points at.
Cool.
Mamba, you'll be next.
Can I mount Nuki?
Yep.
And yeah, I'm just gonna charge to the closest one.
Alright, you quickly
Yeah,
grab a
okay.
hold of the fur on the back of Nuki's neck and haul yourself up onto her back. You turn and you rushed forwards. Now the heavy padding of Nuki's footsteps, followed by the sort of almost wind chime sounds of the chainmail just rattling alongside you. You immediately charge the one that's on your level, reaching it quite quickly. What do you want to do?
Cool. I'm gonna smack it once with the warhammer, and then Nuki's
Okay.
gonna attack.
Go for it, go for it. You do not
so
have
that-
advantage, as it is a equal-sized creature to Nuki.
That's fine. I rolled a 26.
Your Warhammer immediately cracks into the side of this beast. Go ahead and roll damage.
1d8. That's 8 points of damage. 8 points.
Nice. You see as your Warhammer impacts against it, and there is a slight crack that appears in its plating.
And then Nuki's going to attack with the claws.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That's a dirty 20.
And Nuki's claws as well, landing hard on this beast and raking against it. They do penetrate the plating. Go for it.
7 plus 5, so that's 12. 12 points.
12.
of
Nice.
slashing.
Nice.
And he is marked.
All right. You're immediately lunging out towards this bullet on your level as you crash into it. As you're fighting on the top floor, below and alone, Mamba, what are you doing?
I'm gonna attack the one down there with me.
All right. What are you using?
I'm gonna apply poison to my arrows, to 10 arrows.
Okay, I believe it's a bonus action to apply it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you really quickly just take 10 of your arrows and dip them into your poison vials before pulling them back out and storing them in your quiver.
25.
Knocking the first arrow, you load it up, draw, and loose. The arrow flies forwards. The creature opens its mouth to sort of snarl at you, and it just tucks inside and into the hinge of its jaw. It does hit. It does roll a 22 on its Constitution saving throw, so it's not going to take the poison downside, but it does take damage to the arrow.
Okay.
I believe it's a D6 plus 2.
Yeah, 8.
Nice. Yeah, your first arrow sinks in. You quickly reach back, draw another.
Yep. Also poison.
Yeah, cool.
It doesn't hit. 14.
14, you are correct there. This time you fire, and the beast immediately snaps its jaw shut, and it just ricochets off the arm of the beast. I'm going to give another attack.
Yes.
For Gloomstalker. You do.
Yeah. Also, another poison arrow.
Go for it.
18. No. Yes, 18.
Yeah, definitely 18.
Damn it.
Yeah, the
Another...
18 does hit as it embeds into the beast. This time it's only going to roll a 13 on the Constitution saving throw. The poison immediately seeps in, and I believe that poisons it as well as doing extra damage, right? Does it suffer the poison condition?
Become poisoned until the end of the next
Until the end of your next turn. Yeah, nice. So yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. That is 1d6 plus 2 plus 2d8.
Is any penalty for rolling 3-6?
You've summoned the devil.
But he fights with us,
20.
right?
20 points of damage. Yeah. Nice. That's easy. I'll just get added 2 on the front. Yeah, this time your arrow sinks in into the armor of this beast that starts to lunge towards you, but then immediately sort of shrinks back on itself, and you can see it on its paws that are almost more like hooves. You see these huge raking claws designed for burrowing through pure rock contract as the poison begins to flush its system, and it seems to be in immense pain from that. You are in the middle of essentially a 30-foot radius room. The creature on one side. Would you like to move anywhere?
How far am I from the creature?
About 30 feet from it.
I stay here.
All right. With that, Marle, you're up.
Okay. Seeing Mamba, although, doing particularly nicely currently, I am going to face step down to where she is, into the direct radius of the bullet. I would like it to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Against my DC, which is 15.
Well, okay, it rolls a 13 and fails.
Yes, it does.
What happens?
It's frightened. Bear with me, let me get the specifics. It is, just frightened until the end of my next turn.
Okay, you appear in a burst of dead leaves and sort of empty twigs that just appear at the bottom, this frost energy wrapping up around you. And there is a moment where there is this brief bit of panic in the creature's eyes before it then blinks and seems to be immune to the effects of fear.
Little fucker. Okay, well that's fine. I am now going to take both of my attacks on it.
Go for it.
Okay, but no, rolled the wrong dice. That was clever. Okay, that is that one. So I have got a 22.
It's definitely going to hit. Your first weapon attack crashing against it. Go ahead and roll your damage for that one.
That's my D8. D8 plus 5. Where'd my D8 go? There you are. That is 12 points of damage.
Nice.
And on my second attack, that was a 25.
It's also gonna hit. Your blade, bam, bam, slicing through the plates of this creature. Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
That is 8 points of damage on that one.
Nice.
And I would like to remain where I am.
Right in front of it. Nice.
Yup.
As you appear, unleash your flurry of strikes. You hear the ground rumbling above you as the one in front of Feng is going to just immediately snap out with its jaws. You hear this loud crunch of stone as it snaps forwards. It's going to make its attack against you, Feng. That is going to be a 13 plus... That's going to be a 20 to hit you. As these jaws bang on. The immense pain from this sort of racks through your system. You feel the power of these jaws really crushing down. Something designed to bite through solid rock. You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage. As it just constricts down on your leg before releasing you and stepping back for a second. It's at that point, as you feel this rumble above you, Marle, the one below immediately snaps out at you, now barring its way between you and Mamba.
Can it not?
It is going to roll at disadvantage, as it is poisoned for a turn, which is good because it rolled a natural 20 to begin with, followed by a 15 plus 7 for 22 to hit.
Bitch. Yeah.
You also feel these powerful. The power of a bullet is equivalent to what we would consider to be a car crusher. It just clamps down for 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy mother of God.
Yeah, that hurt.
You do see, although powerful and able to carve through solid stone, the movements of these creatures is actually quite slow. As it releases you, Galad, you're up. It's yourself, Feng, and Nuki on the top floor fighting one of these beasts. And you just saw Marle vanish and appear in the room below you.
I'm on the other side of the chasm, right?
You are, yeah. This chasm's maybe 10 foot wide.
Okay, so not completely cut off from everyone else. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
All right. You can, from your position, see both of them.
And the one fighting Feng.
All right. Yeah. Focusing on the one that's on your level. Your party having been split into two, essentially. You once again flick open your book, pull back some of the arcane knowledge. This red energy building in your hand. We'll go ahead and make your attack roll.
25.
Yeah, this bead of red energy lances out and just crashes against this creature. Go ahead and roll your damage.
13.
13, nice. Feng, you watch as this bolt of fire just cascades over the side of the creature fighting you. Are you staying where you are, or are you going to try and maneuver yourself around this room somewhere, Galad?
I'm staying where I am.
Alright, nice. That is going to bring us back to the top. Feng. This firebolt has just crashed over the back of this creature.
I am going to... If I take the attack action, that means I've got to attack twice, right? I don't have to, but...
You don't have to, but you get 2 attacks.
Yeah. So if I was to attack, I couldn't then disengage the newbie.
No.
Cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm just going to attack twice then.
Alright, go for it. Seeing this burst of red crashing over its back, you immediately
15?
Go for it. This time, as your weapon hits into the side of it, it just ricochets off. There's a sort of a nasty pull on your arm, akin to hitting a brick wall, and the force having nowhere to go but into your own wrist.
Ouch. Yeah, I'll strike it again with the Warhammer.
Alright, go for it.
That is a 26.
It's definitely gonna hit, yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
1d8. 6 points.
Was that 6, sorry?
6, yeah, 6.
Alright.
No luck tonight, no luck. Bonus action. Can I bonus action second wind?
You can, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're swinging out, recovering from the initial blow. You wait for it to move a little bit, and you just uppercut it, feeling that it's slightly softer on the underside of its head, but still heavily armored, as your weapon cracks against that, and you take a moment just to breathe and take stock. Mamba, you're up. Marle, you're next.
Same that earlier.
Yeah, you just immediately knock another arrow. You draw 2 out of the quiver at the same time, just holding both between your fingers and just aim.
Poison arrow.
Yep, 2 poison arrows, yeah?
Yep. 1 second, sorry. 23.
Yeah, the first arrow immediately sinking in. It is going to roll a 15 on its Constitution saving throw, which does pass the poison of the first arrow.
Yeah. It's a 4 of damage.
4.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Before
And
quickly loading the second arrow, firing.
yeah. 22.
Yeah, this one also piercing through the heavy hide of the creature. It's going to roll an 8 on the Constitution saving throw, which fails. It is poisoned for another turn.
12.
Nice. Is that including the 2d8
no,
poison?
no, it's not. 15.
No, no.
No, it's not. Yeah, there. 14,
That's
sorry.
14 points.
Yeah.
Nice. As some of the poison immediately burns through it again. Wicked. Nice. 66 damage on that one so far. And I take it you're staying behind Marle.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. With that, Marle, you're up. You just had 2 of these arrows just whoosh past you, both burying into the creature that then recoils from the second one quite heavily.
And notice it's recoiling. Remember, it's chompy bullshit. and cast Shield of Faith as my bonus action.
Alright, yeah, the cavern below lights up slightly as this golden energy filters around you.
And then I'm gonna take my 2 swings.
Go for it.
Oh my god. Okay, that's a 10 and a 12, so that's 16 and an 18.
Your first strike with your longsword, it's rapier, isn't it?
No, longsword.
No, it's a longsword,
Yeah.
Your first one just skitters across the top of the creature's scales and doesn't impact. However, as you bring the blade back around, you manage to jab forwards and pierce the shell. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Cool. I think I'm gonna add some smite to that.
Alright, you're gonna add a level 1 or a level 2 smite?
Level 1 smite.
That's another 2d8 radiant damage on top.
Fantastic.
As the blade pierces in, there's this explosion of light as the smite detonates.
That is...
Right, damn.
So this is the non-smite, so that is 12.
The non-smite missed.
Oh no! Sorry, I was adding my smite damage.
Oh, right.
And then I'm
Cool.
doing maths
Gotcha,
in my head.
I'm following. We're good.
I had a formula. That is 12, 16, 21.
Nice. As the creature sort of stumbles backwards and just gets ready to fight back. That is your turn done. Are you staying where you are, or are you moving?
How far away is Mamba?
About 20 feet behind you.
No, it's fine. I'll stay.
All right, cool. Once again, you hear the sound of like movement above you. Feng, the beast in front of you, once again seeing you harrying it in melee, it's going to once again try and bite out at you. That is going to be a 12 plus 7 on a 19 to hit.
Miss.
Yeah, you see as these jaws snap down as you just lean backwards. They snap right in front of your face to the point where you could almost kiss it. And there's this moment where the speed of sweat just drops down your forehead. Before you hear the sound of movement below you, as there is also another loud snap from downstairs, I'll call it. It is poison, so it is going to be a disadvantage, which is going to stop another natural 20, which is going to still be a 17, which is going to be a 24.
I just increased my AC for this crap.
So this bite does come down. I've been forgetting to add their modifier.
No, forget it again. What modifier?
You take 27 points
I'm down.
of crushing damage.
I'm literally down.
As you just drop unconscious, the field of light around you fades as it shakes you about in its mouth and just discards you onto the floor next to it. Turns immediately to Mamba and starts running towards you, bounding with these heavy footsteps. You guys above can feel the ground moving. It's going to end its turn in your face, Mamba, but cannot attack you.
These people are not messing about.
They only have one attack, but they really hurt. That is going to end their turn. Galad, you're up. From your position, you can see what's below you.
Can I get to Marle on this turn if I jump down there?
It's a 30-foot jump, so if you'd like to get there this turn, without scaling the walls and halving your speed, you can either climb down safely, which will require you to use your action, or you can jump.
Still an action, though?
It will not be an action to jump down, but you will suffer the falling damage.
I don't get to make a check for that at all?
You are unfortunately not trained as a monk to do so.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna scale down safely. One more question though first. Is Marley within combat range still of this creature?
No,
Okay.
Marle is
I'm gonna
20
do it.
feet away from it.
I'm gonna do it while definitely trying to avoid this guy.
Okay, so you spend your movement to get halfway down, and then you spend your action to continue rapidly dashing down the stage. Safely dashing, I'll add. But you do manage to get to Marle, who is unconscious on the floor. You can see that the brand new plate armor is dented pretty heavily. Not being proficient in armor, you don't know how badly it's damaged. But you do notice that their plate armor is damaged.
Can I backtrack for a second? Can I cast haste first? It's okay if you don't let me. I didn't think of it till now.
In this instance, I'm gonna say no. You
Okay.
carefully climbed your way down. But you are now at the bottom.
Instead, I'm gonna use a. Oh shit! Never mind. It's an action to give it to someone else. That's okay. I don't have anything else I can do.
All right.
Unless I can use a bonus action. Sorry. Can I use like 2 rounds of bonus actions to put a weapon away and take out a different thing?
You can put a weapon away or draw a weapon as a free action. So you can swap one weapon over a turn.
Okay. I'd like to do that. I'd like to put away Titan's Bane and take out my shield.
A shield is the only exception. A shield requires an action to equip or unequip.
Okay. I'd still like to put away Titan's Bane then and take out one of magic missiles.
All right, you pull out the wand, ready to go. Okay, that is gonna end your turn at the bottom then, which brings us to the top. Feng, you look over your shoulder, and you look back. You're on your own. You and Nuki.
Feng's gonna dismount and then attack once with Feng, and Nuki's gonna attack the other time.
All right, go for it.
Feng got a net 1.
Your warhammer collides with the side of this really heavily armored beast. It suffers 8 points of damage.
Oh god.
Can you then please roll me a d20?
A d20? I've got 9.
Just. You see the rent appear in your warhammer. However, it just doesn't shatter. You're okay. Your weapon is in one piece still.
Cool. And then, yeah, Nuki's gonna attack.
Alright, go for it.
With a claws. 24?
It's gonna hit, yeah. Nuki's claw just comes raking down against the side of this thing. Question: Do you have to hit to mark a target, or is it just making an attack roll?
Pretty sure it's to hit. Yeah, when you hit with a melee weapon
Okay,
attack.
cool. Okay, cool.
Which is annoying.
How much
That's 9.
damage? 9 points.
No,
Nice.
sorry, 14. 14.
14. So another chunk. Just another 5 points. All right. Yeah, you see, as you sort of pull your hammer back, there's a moment where you look at it and you panic. But it is still in one piece. You then look across as Nuki rises up onto her hind legs, just drops on to the front of this bullet, pushing its head down towards the floor, but it is still alive. Are you staying in combat range?
Yep.
Cool. Mamba, you're up. This creature is right in front of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand one hand. With one hand, I'm gonna bed. Can I?
You're
Can I
gonna
touch
try
it?
and sorry.
I wanna touch the creature.
You're gonna reach
with
out
one
and
hand.
just touch the
Yep.
creature.
Yeah. What
Anything-
in? No, I'm just gonna touch it and like trying to calm it down. While with the other hand, I'm gonna what's the fucking word in English? Take my blade and attack with the blade.
All right, you try. Roll me a deception check. Yeah, roll me a deception check.
16.
16. You do your best to sort of calm this creature down. However, there is a brief moment where you look at the creature, you look at the amount of wounds that has been inflicted, and the multitude of arrows now poking out of it. And you quickly come to the assessment that trying to calm this creature down is a bad idea. And instead, bring your hand up and get it to follow your hand. As it goes to try and snap at your hand, you just bring your blade out, ready to fight. Are you going to strike with that, with the weapon?
Yeah, I would like to apply poison to the blade.
Cool, you quickly dip it in poison. I'll give you advantage on this first attack, because it just doesn't see it coming at all.
Okay,
Nice.
thank you. Uh, 19.
A 19 does hit. You bring your blade up and just right into the side of this beast's belly. That's a saving throw for poison.
Constitution, yeah.
It's going to be a 22 against the poison,
Okay.
which is going to pass.
4.
4. Yeah, your blade sinks in. The beast roars out. And I believe you have another attack if you wish.
Same.
All right.
Oh shit.
You don't have advantage on this one.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that I will need to use another poison. Yeah, just the plain blade. No poison.
Plain blade. Yeah.
It doesn't hit anyway. 7.
No, this time the blade just completely misses. It just sort of scrapes off the side of its heavy shell. Yeah, cool. Are you going to stay in combat with it?
Yes.
All right. Seeing Galad down there trying to assist Marle just behind it, you take the decision, stay in the fight, keep its attention. Marle, can you please roll me a death saving throw? What'd you get? A 2. Mark off a failure for me. As the blood begins trickling out from your crushed ribs. That is going to bring us to the creatures. The one above, having seen now you dismount from Nuki and Nuki attack it and landing that blow, it's going to turn its attention to Nuki and immediately attempt to bite down on Nuki. That is going to be a 14, which I believe now misses.
Yes, that misses. Yeah, 17.
You see as it bites down on Nuki, but the chain links hold. And Nuki, okay, it dodges. The beast sort of lets go, and sort of shakes its head in confusion at this sudden tough skin on a bear, and gets ready to go for round 2. The one at the bottom continues its sort of attack, focusing on the gnome in front of him, as he's going to now try and bite down you. It was not poison last turn, so it's not a disadvantage. However, it's not going to roll very good. It's a 14 to hit. Does that still hit?
Yep.
All right. Again, you now feel the crushing pain of this. Oh, that's rolled high. You take 32 points of damage.
Okay.
The jaws bite down.
Oh.
That is, however, going to end its turn. Galad, you're up.
I'm going to use my freebie cure wounds on Marle.
All right, yeah. So you
Thank
quickly
you.
rest your hand on Marley. Go ahead and roll the heal for that.
Full points, 11.
Nice.
Yeah, you feel this energy just wrapping around you, sort of artificially sewing your wounds back together. Can you do me a favor? Can you roll me? Let me just remind myself as to which page it's on. Can you please roll me a d20?
Ooh.
Who?
A 2.
No, who?
You, sorry, Mark.
Okay, cool.
As you come back to consciousness,
Right. 11?
11.
Yeah.
As you come to consciousness, Galad, you're actually the one that notices this. However, Marley, the damage to your chest plate, which, by the way, has taken 9 points of damage.
Fantastic.
Galad, you can see that around the sides of Marley's abdomen where they got bitten, there is a horrific scar that has been left underneath, even with the magic knitting it together. Marley, you have been disfigured. You, from this point onwards until you can get this healed somehow, you have disadvantage on all persuasion checks, but you have advantage on all intimidation checks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's really shit.
At least you can fix it.
You have suffered the party's first major injury.
Nice.
Awesome.
First
Galad, is
major
there
death.
anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I think I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right, Feng, you're up.
Can I'm gonna jump onto Nuki's back and disengage and go the full 40 feet away.
Okay, you disengage and dash 40 feet to the other side of the room. Are you going to the other side of the room or are you going down the hole?
The other side of the room.
All right. As you back the fuck up, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, can I equip the... It's a free action to change weapon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, can I equip the lance and then quickly take a healing potion?
You can indeed. Yeah, you
Cool.
you equip your lance.
Cool. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, cool. That's going to end your turn. Which is going to bring us to Mamba. Mamba, you're up.
How far am I? How far am I from the priest?
You are. It is like in your face. You literally just put
Oh,
your
it's
hand
still
on
in
it.
my face.
It's still
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
If I cast Sapphire Strike, can I move to another part of the room and shoot from there?
You can indeed. Yes, you could indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right,
I'm gonna cast Sapphire.
Yeah, there is this build-up of wind where you guys can all feel it in the room below. It's sort of shifting your hair and light fabrics around as Mamba darts to the other side of the room, quickly equipping their bow, turning around, and what would you like to do?
I would like to shoot one of my poisoned arrows.
All right, go ahead. Roll your damage. Roll your attacks.
Yeah.
Getting a bit ahead of myself then.
I understood what you meant. 19.
A 19 does hit. The arrow flying forwards, penetrating into the skin. It does roll a 19 on its saving throw, so it does pass. How much damage do you do?
8.
8 points?
Yep.
How do you want to do this?
Hey.
that?
How do you want to kill this thing? Yep.
Uh, can I? No, I cannot change. I don't know.
You can. This is freedom. You get the freedom to annihilate this creature. How would you like to do it?
Okay, I would like to dash with my 2 blades outside and jump to the back and stab it. Like
Exploding
bullfighting.
into a yeah, nice.
It's really painful to say that because I hate bullfighting, but yeah, like that.
Exploding into a burst of wind energy, you dart to the other side of the room, turn around, knock an arrow, pull back, and fire into this creature. The arrow digs in as it sort of rears backwards and lands on its front feet. You put your bow away and draw both your blades as it starts bounding towards you in anger and ferocity. At the last second, you wait and you wait. And then you leap to the side, grabbing a hold of one of its teeth and lifting yourself up onto its back. As you land, both blades sink in just behind the armor plate on the back of its head, right into the neck. Both sort of blades digging into the flesh that you then sort of rip sideways and sever the spinal cord of this creature. Its head drops to the floor as it crashes and skids into the wall with a loud crash against the cave. Nice. You technically still have another attack, but you can't see the room above you from where you are. Is there anything you had to do? What are you going to say there?
Oh, you didn't hear me.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
I already said okie dokie. I cannot do anything else.
All right,
yeah.
cool. Sorry about that. Nice kill. He's dead. Marle, you're up. You are alive. Your ribs really hurt, but you're good. Your armor is clearly damaged, and you are laying on your back and staring at a hole in the ceiling.
Do I know about my now disfigurement?
Having a quick look down, you can see it's not good.
Right. Fuck. And I'm assuming that's not going to be something I can just lay on hands away.
I don't know.
I'm going to assume that it's not. Fucking hell. I am, however, going to use my lay on hands. Because I really need health.
How many of your healing points would you like to put into that?
30.
Just dump all of it.
Yep.
Just, you immediately heal 30 hit points.
That's an action.
Is your
right?
action?
Okay.
Correct. Just
what
as a note, when you fell unconscious, your shield of faith ended.
Yeah, that's fine. I knew that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. I'm gonna take a second to collect myself and just sort of lie there and breathe and feel the awful freaking pain in my ribs, and I am going to run as feasibly quick as I can. As I am running towards the climbable wall bit, am I able to see the other one?
So, in this turn, it takes half your movement to stand up, which will then mean you can get to the wall. You currently can't see it.
Okay, that's fine. I will just have to do that then.
Cool. As you get there, you sort of get your hands on the wall, ready to climb up. You look up just in time to see what Feng sees. Feng, having moved 40 feet away from the creature, it immediately sort of pounces, sort of draws back on all four limbs. Its claws dig into the rock as it then yanks itself forwards and leaps across the gap. You guys watch as it clears, this big shadow clears the cave above you, and it's just going to crash directly into Feng. Feng, can you please make a strength or dexterity saving throw? It's your choice for both you and Nuki.
Okay, strength. Ooh, that's good. Do I have advantage on these?
You do
From
not.
I don't know.
No.
That is a 24 for Feng and a 17 for Nuki.
Nuki just passes. You guys get impacted by this creature, managing to just about stay out of the way of it. You do take some damage, but you're only going to take half.
None for Nuki, right?
You can make Nuki pass automatic. Did Nuki make a dexterity or a strength save?
Strength.
I will double check. I think it has to be a dexterity saving throw.
Does it? Okay.
Features
I can't find where it says it.
If your mount is subject to an effect that allows it to make a dexterity saving throw, it can choose to take evasion. So you use strength, so unfortunately it's trying to basically just suffer the hit.
Yep.
So... Well, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 8. It takes 12 half to 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And that's the both of you, so you both take 6.
Yep.
Followed by 6 points of slashing damage as the sort of serrated plates on the back of this thing just crash into the pair of you.
6 each.
Again, yeah, so a total of 12 damage each.
Cool.
That is, however, going to end its turn. Galad, you're up.
Can I get into a position where I can see this thing?
It just cleared the gap. It's a lot easier to see from up down than it is from down up. So you would have to... You could spend your turn climbing to the top with your movement, because you're on your feet. And that would allow you to make an attack whilst holding onto the wall, if you wish.
Yeah, as long as I can see it, I'm fine with that.
All right. You rush towards the wall, you grab a hold and start climbing up. What would you like to do? That's your movement.
How beat up is this thing looking?
It's been pretty beat.
Okay. Then let's go with the traditional firebolts then, because apparently I have nothing else.
Okay. You sort of stow your wand of magic missiles real quick. You just sort of tuck it into your robe. Reach out with your hand, and once again, this bead of fire energy lances into your fingers, throwing it out towards the creature. What'd you get?
17?
Just hits. Bang on the AC. So this firebolt just crashes against the side of him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
15.
15 points. Nice. There's like a smoldering set of black smoke before you see the creature continuing to shift. It's been hit, but it isn't down.
Okay, can I let go of the wall?
In theory, yes.
And am I close to Marle?
You would be about... you would end next to Marle, yeah. However,
okay, I'd like to
letting
do
go
that.
of the wall, you're going to let go of the wall. You did just climb up it.
Yeah. Never mind. I'll just stay.
Cool. You just sort of cling to the wall. That is going to bring us to the top. Feng, you're up. Mamba, you're next.
So the mate is right next to me, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, okay, that did not work. Okay. Can I stab him twice with the lance?
Go ahead, yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
A nat 20.
It's definitely going to hit.
Do you want me to roll that first quick?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage for that. Double the dice roll.
1d12. Double the dice roll or double the number of dice?
You double. That is up to you. You can do either.
Double the dice roll because I rolled a 12.
Cool. Do that for the rest of the
24.
campaign.
Cool. That sounds. I can do that. 24. 28 points of damage with the plus
28 points. As the lance draws in, you raise your weapon, strike down, getting exactly what you needed. How do you wish to
Yay.
kill the second bullet?
It's gonna be so like you see it in like the war films where the knights like rise up on the horse's back and then drive the lance down. It's gonna be like that, but with a giant polar bear.
All right. So, Galad is the only one that actually sees this. Aside from obviously yourself, there is this sort of explosion of dust from where the bullet landed, and from that you see the moving shape of this creature before seeing the shadow towering form of this giant polar bear rising up above it. There's this really loud roar that just floods the cave, followed by an equally as loud cry, a war cry from Feng, as the lance drives down. You see the silhouette on the wall, sort of like just crashing down upon it.
Like that 300 thing.
Yeah, exactly like that. As the lance just embeds down, you feel the crack of a plate, Feng, as the lance skewers through the side of this creature, getting easier and easier to drive in as it sort of splits the wound open before Nuki lands down on all four paws and the beast collapses. There is a moment where the ground rumbles before it continues to rumble. And can you and Nuki please make me a dexterity saving throw as the rest of that cavern floor also caves in next to the other one? Correct.
Oh,
Both of you
dear.
make dexterity saving throws, will we?
For Feng, that's an 8, and for Nuki.
Technically, only Nuki would need to make it.
Ah, okay. Well then, 8. We'll go with the first roll.
You rolled for Feng, but roll for Nuki as well.
Okay, cool. That's way better. That's 19.
19. Cool. Nuki manages to immediately dart out of the way, all four paws pushing off as the rocks collapse down. Mamba moves back into the middle with that killing blow, so yeah. So the floor around you guys collapses. Mamba, you do take a quick look as the place that you were about, in fact, literally 6 seconds ago, is just showered in rock, and a second one of these creatures lands on top of the one you killed as well, and that is now sat there like a rock bullet sandwich.
With my lance, like a barbecue skewer.
The dust fills the room before slowly the thrill of battle begins to subside. And you all have a moment to catch your breath. And that is where we'll take
As a just one more quick thing. As a reaction from seeing that, I just let out an involuntary fuck yeah thing.
Alright. And that is where we'll take a quick break.
Cool.
It is 9:30. We'll break for 10
Yeah, cool with me.
Cool.
and get back to it.
Sounds good.
All
Thank you
right.
very much.
I'd like to file a complaint for bullying. I'm the only character that has died, and now I'm the only character that has been disfigured. Can somebody else die real quick? Just so I feel less attacked right now? I am joking, obviously. Nobody die.
Yeah, so if someone blows themselves up like you did, then they might die.
True. At least that was a subject of consequence. This is just bad luck.
This is just bad luck. Although Mamba poisoning it twice did stop you getting critted twice.
Very, very true.
If you had been crit, how much damage would that have done?
I'd have died, right?
I'm curious. Yeah, it very, very well could have. Especially if I rolled like this.
Yeah. Because 27 times 2 is my hit points.
54. Well, it would have. It has to remove all of your current hit points and then keep going to your maximum.
Okay, so
I think
yeah.
with a little life. If I'd have rolled what I'd have rolled here, that would
Yeah.
be very nasty. Because that is a 12, 8, so 27, 36, 60, 72,
Fucking
76. 76 it would have done on that crit.
Fucking
That
hell.
would have hurt.
Yeah.
That would have hurt.
Not jelly, but ouch. Big nope. I'm fine. Glad I was blocked from those crits, because fuck that. So Marley, what was dying? Like, well, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend it. It wasn't pleasant. Exactly! That's exactly what Marley would say. Why does that keep happening? Wait, why is the Skyrim music going off? Who put this on? I can't play this, can I?
Can you?
I mean, I did get cursed, even if that was my own fault. So you're not completely alone.
That's true, you did get cursed. That's fine. I feel less attacked now. I'm gonna leave dramatic music on while I go for a quick pee break. So you don't want to play Dungeons and Dragons anymore, you just want to play Skyrim? Well, I've been disfigured less times in Skyrim. Also,
I don't know.
How does
How
this
many times
work, by
have
the
you
way?
been attacked by giants?
Very true, actually. Very true. Yeah, how does this work?
Skyrim themed D&D. How does it work?
Yeah.
The disfigurement.
Yeah. Like, why do I note that?
You're gonna have to put a note somewhere on your character sheet.
Okay.
Somewhere that you there is a notes section.
Yeah.
But until it is cured, you have disadvantage on persuasion. But
The one thing
advantage
I'm
on
really good
intimidation.
at, I have a +7, and I'm just so upset about that. Like, I mean,
in my campaign on Wednesdays, my
Yeah.
bard got it.
oh
My persuasion was
no. Like me
So
as
is
me
this
as a
like-
player, I'm sad. Marley as a person
like-
is probably going to accept it because she's a circus folk. But still, fucking
I
hell.
will tell you that injuries are curable.
Yeah.
Some are easier to cure than others. I was really worried when you said you rolled a 2.
Oh yeah.
I will explain why another time.
Okay.
When one of you actually rolls a 2.
Wait, Mom, what did you mean to say?
I was just gonna say about him disfiguring you then and
Yeah.
learning that someone else did it to him. Is this sadist learning from sadist? Is this just you felt karma needed to have a go around? Because maybe it shouldn't be fair that he's part of another campaign and gets ideas from them on how to torture us. I was really loud.
Wow, in that case, you need to remove the last 10 years of my life.
I'm just kidding.
Mythic, you do not have to have proper dice. You can use online dice rollers. Some people like them. I personally hate them. Didn't you need to pee? Very good point, Nacho. Yes, I'm going to pee. I'm leaving you guys.
Okay, I can answer that.
Yeah.
I can answer that.
Hi, Sarah. I love you.
So the correct answer is no, you do not technically need any dice because there are so many online resources now that you can just get dice rollers online. There is simply something really nice about having a handful of dice that you can just roll, especially when you like get a critical or you like hit with like a fireball or you're a rogue with like 12d6 or something. There's just something really satisfying with it. But technically, no, you do not need dice so long as you have access to online resources.
And also
there's
making a character.
Like loads of free dice rollers. Yeah, there's loads of free dice rollers on like apps and stuff, so you could just play D&D off your phone.
You can also just, use your phone and say random number between blah blah. 1 and 12, 1 and 20, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you could play D&D without dice. it'd be a very different game because it would be entirely like based on a system elsewhere. The DM could turn around and say, let's play a game of Dungeons & Dragons where literally everything's on a 50-50 coin flip. There's a game out there called Dread, where your success or failures are based on pulling a brick from a Jenga tower.
That sounds horrible.
It's as the name implies, it is a horror-based game. If you knock the tower over, you die. I love it. I love Dread. I've played it before with Gimli, and that was an exciting game. We themed it on Alien.
Nice. Please tell me someone said the titular line at some point.
No.
That might be from Aliens, the sequel.
I love Aliens.
I've never seen them. I'm not a huge movie
You
watcher.
heard the man and you know the drill. Assholes and elbows, ladies.
Hi.
Aliens are the best.
Aliens.
Wait.
Yep.
They are great.
We're talking about the film Alien.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and how you can. There's a game called Dread. And it is literally D&D with a Jenga tower.
That's so cool. Well, you've told me about this before.
Jenga tower over. Yep. And if you knock the Jenga tower over, you die.
Speaking of diceless D&D, the first campaign I was in wasn't really a campaign. It was just a couple of us messing around role-playing more than anything, right? We didn't use dice, and it was based on how stupid or smart the plan was, but we didn't know everything about the monsters we were fighting, so a lot of times there would be surprises we didn't know about and shit like that. And I didn't actually play in it at first. I was all the NPCs and stuff. The monsters still used dice for damage, but the rest of us didn't.
So what you're saying is our party for the first 10 sessions would have failed miserably and died.
Yeah. You guys are so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, we have an important question.
We do. Nacho, what is your important question? Just considering starting to play, but still looking to building character and getting correct things I need, that's all. That's fair.
So, Pixie can correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a plan set in place if I need a break from running a game, or if we have two of our players at the moment, because there's 4 of them, aren't able to make it, where it will literally just be me and Pixie sat down with a Q&A. And as part of that, if you've got questions about how to build a character, we can just sit people in.
Do a character building
everyone can build characters. Alternatively, we could do a stream where we invite people in to make characters that I then use as NPCs in the game.
That would be really cool, actually.
We could do that.
Yeah.
That would be dope as hell.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Or maybe we can do a giveaway or something that is just build your NPC and I'll put them in the campaign. Yeah, a little competition.
So
cool.
Nacho's question, so can you make your own kind of D&D, or do you have to do something certain? There is literally no fucking limit. If you wanted to do Star Wars D&D, if you knew how to make it into the game, you can do it. Literally what Pete said earlier about Elder Scrolls D&D, I have wanted to do that for years, because I know too many things about the Elder Scrolls universe.
Who was it that was making all those Lady Gaga characters? You could literally do anything.
That was Medea. She took a different style of Lady Gaga from all of her different eras in music and in film and TV, and then turned them into D&D characters, and then made them into hero-forged minifigures, which was absolutely amazing. Imagine dating somebody, you tell them that you play D&D, and they're like, okay, give me 1 second, I'm gonna make 18 D&D characters, and they're all Lady Gaga. I literally have so much respect for her for doing that.
Was one of them the meat dress Lady Gaga? Because
Yes.
I know a great dinosaur-based campaign that she would not survive in.
Jesus.
Lady Gaga would love that. She really would. Well, how does the Dungeon Master know what to say or do? The Dungeon Master just creates a story and then goes from there. The players drive the story forward. And there's kind of a set narrative in place, but at the end of the day, if the players are crafting a great story, the DM might just roll with it.
He does have to do a lot of
there's
improv.
loads. There is a lot of improv, because
Yeah.
no matter how much you plan as a dungeon master for something to happen, your players will think of something that you have not thought of, because they are a collective group of
Idiots.
plot crushing individuals that don't even know it, and they will find out ways of doing things that you have never thought of.
Like sleeping at an enemy camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sleeping
Actually,
in an enemy camp.
A
that
very
these
good
guys did.
example is from our Friday D&D, when we met a level 6 NPC that we were not supposed to meet because we are level 2, and we raced a cart down a hill, like just a regular old merchant's cart, to catch this NPC we were not supposed to find. We weren't supposed to find a cart, and Newt, bless his bits, was just so done with us.
So I think we'll answer this last question, and then
Cool.
we'll get back to it. Is there a limit to like making your own max HP? So it depends on the system. There are loads of different games of like tabletop role plays, loads of different systems in which to play. We play 5th edition at the moment, and the players have set ways of getting HP as they level up. In essence, the Dungeon Master has complete control of whatever they create. There are source books out there for monsters that have specific HP values. However, I, as the Dungeon Master, can change that at any point. I don't tend to change it during a game unless my players are absolutely smashing the crap out of it in round 1. In which case, I need to, on the fly, to make the fight interesting and last more than a turn, rapidly change something. Which I have done with these guys, because you guys can hit like a freight train. Yeah, all it takes
We
is
leave it on 1 HP for you.
You guys consistently leave things on 1 hit point. That is hilarious. But yeah, I mean, in 1 turn, Feng can action surge, Marle can smite, Mamba gets multiple attacks and can poison every single shot. And Galad could at any point just be like lightning bolt, and that's gonna
Or
really,
get
really
2
ruin my
actions.
day.
Yeah.
That
Or
spite
haste,
is
yeah.
damn powerful.
And your wonderful 7th level
I
magic
got a
missile.
debuff now too.
Yep, that
I got a
really hurt.
debuff now too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Takes down a enemy's armor class and slows their movement and doesn't allow them to attack when you run away because they don't have
that's
reactions.
so good.
It's great.
you've got slow, which is
And
nasty. You have slow and haste, don't you?
Wow.
Yes.
So the scary
needed some
part is
buffs.
when, the scary part of haste is when you put it on someone else, like one of the martial classes, because they just get to do everything again, really.
Could you imagine you guys having like 4 or 5 attacks?
I think I would legit end up in the right circumstance with 5 attacks.
Wow.
The problem is, it
yeah,
increases
yeah,
armor class, so I'm
Feng
gonna use
could.
it on me most of the time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Feng with haste could get 5 attacks.
Fucking hell.
If you went before Mamba and it was the first turn, Mamba can also get 5 attacks.
Uh-huh.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, it's scary. It is very scary. Is Mamba still with us?
Yeah, just no cam on. There we go.
Hey, we're all back. So in that case,
I'm gonna calm the music down.
if we're all ready to continue, we will get back to the game.
Let's go.
All right.
We are
As the dust settles, both beasts lay dead, surrounded in rubble. The tunnel above you is scalable. A lot of the rocks are now quite loose, but it's definitely doable. You guys have a moment to breathe, a moment to relax, and you are all there together.
I'm gonna.
Some of you
I'm
licking your
definitely
wounds.
coming down.
That
The
was
rest okay?
fun.
I'm gonna.
Before Marle can do anything,
Mhm.
I'm gonna carefully climb down the wall, go to her, and use mending. 30 seconds, right? Let's say 3 times on her armor.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, that heals 3 points of damage. I mean, you have time now. If you want to spend some time, you could repair the rest of it. It's 6 seconds per point of damage.
Okay, let's do it all.
Can you repair my hammer?
I will do that. 1 second though, and I'm also gonna give her a giant hug and say, "Don't worry, you can get this fixed, and you still look fabulous to me."
I'm gonna look at you and just be like, wait, get what fixed? Wait. Oh, fuck, is it noticeable? Ah!
Hey, that looks sick.
I mean, not
That's
really.
a cool scar.
Your armor's fine
Nice.
now; it covers it. I just happen to see the attack. That's all.
Well, it's not even a...
I'm the one who healed you.
It's not even a cool disfigurement. I don't even have, like, a massive beard or anything, or, like, a third leg. I can't
You
perform any
can
tricks
totally
of this.
intimidate anyone into a corner, though.
But I am not scary. Am I scary? Am I scary now?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't want to be scary.
And shut up.
No, it's cool. It's
Like I
pretty-
said, we can get this fixed.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, where did the other one go? I was gonna kill it.
I got it.
Oh. Well, that's cool. Fist bump.
We're sitting on top of each other.
Fuck. That was...
And then I'm gonna go try and pull the eyes. I'm only gonna try for one, though, just in case I fuck it up and say to the group, maybe someone else try the other one. So we can make sure that we
Okay.
get good eyes.
Can you please make me a medicine check as you go across to this beast and attempt to remove an eye? Would someone else like to try and remove the eyes from the other creature? Mamba, go ahead. Medicine check.
I would like...
12.
I would like to take a moment and just sort of, like, assess everyone's status and see, like, because I'm assuming people are hurt.
Both Feng and Mamba do look hurt.
Okay. I'm going to cast second level Prayer of Healing, which does have a duration of 10 minutes.
So you sit down. You sit down, you sort of close your eyes, and you just, using your mind, you just sort of speak out. Not knowing any prayers.
No.
You simply reach out with your mind, asking for aid. And before long, a glowing light begins to build around Marle. Over the next 10 minutes, it grows and grows ever so gradually until the entire pit that you guys are in is bathed in this serene golden energy. And everyone heals
12 hit points.
12 hit points.
How many, sorry?
12.
12. Once you've done that, can I please get your medicine roll, please, Mamba?
4.
4. Mamba, as you go to the bullet that you're working on, you try your best to get one of the eyes out, and using you've got daggers, haven't you? Using one of your daggers, you try and
Not
cut
really,
out.
I have short blade. Tools.
Okay. You instead of you with the first one, you try with your short sword. You try and remove the eye, and you accidentally pierce it, and it just into mulch and optical fluid. It's nasty. You go to the second one. You swap it out for like an arrow, which you hold right by the arrowhead, and you do your best to try and remove it. But again, this one, you accidentally slice through the backside of the eye, and although you pull it out, half of it's missing. And unfortunately, you don't get any eyes of the bullet. Galad, you start on yours. Transforming Titan's Bane into a dagger real quickly, you carve out... in fact, using one of the elven daggers you've got, you carve out one of the eyes, and then you grab it a little bit too firmly, and it just squishes immediately. You're not realizing how delicate these are. You go to the second one, and you manage to tuck the blade just behind the eye, and you slice through the optical nerves, and you do manage to get one of the eyes of the bullets.
Better than nothing.
I'm right in thinking, yeah, they have like an armor plate on their head.
They have a huge armor plate.
Yeah, Feng's gonna try and get the armor plate.
All right. Roll me either a medicine. In fact, roll me a medicine check first.
14.
Okay, so you managed to take some of your blades, and you manage to start cutting away slowly all of the muscle and sinew that attaches the plate to the back of its head. Now, can you please make me a flat strength check? I'll let you use athletics to try and wrench this free as you go.
Athletics, yeah.
Mm.
Roll big, roll big, roll big. 27.
Like a giant arm wrestling match, you lever the shell as you cut away, and you do manage to rip up the the giant shell on the head of this creature. Underneath is disgusting. You can see exposed brain tissue, like gunk and muck and blood, as well as exposed nerve endings. But you do manage to rip up the shell, and you have a bullet shell segment that is about the size of a shield.
Ooh.
What I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. Cool.
Seeing...
How big is it compared to Nuki's head?
It would be a bit big for Nuki.
A bit big. Only because I was thinking, you know the Pokemon Cubone?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so cute!
Right.
I mean, technically they're both large creatures. You could, in theory... You know, I mean, Nuki's a dire polar bear. Yeah, it would probably fit the back of Nuki's head.
Cool.
Seeing...
Can I try and get the other armor plate?
I was about to ask for that, actually. But it's fine. You go.
If
You
want
go.
it, that's fine. No. I've got one. It's cool. You go.
Yeah?
Your turn.
I would like to do that just because you said
Alright,
it was roughly
make-
shield shaped.
Make me a
that's
medicine check. With the cone shape of the bullet's head, it is almost perfectly the size and shape of a kite shield.
Oh my god. Where
So the medicine check first.
That is 19.
You also find the right nerve endings to slice off and the attachment points. Please make me an athletics check as you try and peel it off.
Fantastic. Well, I just hit 100 up a dice. That didn't go very well. Okay, that's fine. Athletics, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, 22. Sweet. That's, yeah.
You also peel away the top shell of this creature and you have a shield-sized chunk.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Feng if he can try and get the mouths. I guess they are. What would you call them again? The pointy bits that help them. I can only think of the word muzzle for some reason.
Teeth?
The beak.
Yeah, the beak. That's it. Get the beak off of them both so that we have proof that these are the right creatures, that we defeated them, because he. Trenwith asked us to bring back proof.
How far have we travelled?
Maybe an hour's worth on land and maybe 20 minutes by water.
Does Feng believe he might be able to just pull one along?
With help, it's doable. You are exceptionally strong at carrying things, specifically being a Goliath, and Nuki is very, very large. You also know that Marle is, ever since the accident on the boat, has gotten stronger.
Cool. So between us, do you think we could take both?
You could try.
We should try.
We can try.
They've got a lot more armor plating on them, right?
They do. They are almost covered in very heavy plates.
We could either take all the plates here or take it back and take all the plates.
Let's take
one way or the other.
back.
I'm gonna try and take. I'm gonna want to take the plates.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
take it.
I'd also like to check to see if they've got any form of poison in their fangs or their blood or anything like that.
You have a quick check around, looking around these beasts. They don't seem to have any flutes inside their teeth where venom would go down. Looking at your allies, it seemed a lot of the damage that was sustained was from crushing. There doesn't seem to be any poison. You get a little bit excited when you see evidence of something, but it seemed they then realised it was right next to one of the arrow points, and it is Mamba's poison in their system and not from the creature itself.
Here's your arrow back.
Would you like to try and retrieve some of your arrows?
Actually, that's a good call because I only have 8 arrows left.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Well, I tell you we're not failing to.
Can I help her?
Yeah, 4.
You can get assistance. Yeah. They can help you. Roll again.
Sorry.
Roll again as Galad tries to help you.
Yeah, cool. Sorry. Grab the. Even worse. 3.
So we'll take the 4. You do manage to retrieve 2 of your arrows.
2.
2.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, should we head out, guys? You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna like tie a rope around both the thingies.
Okay. Tying the rope to both, and then roll me a survival check. Is anyone going to help Feng?
I am helping because I'll be pulling with him. So.
Cool. Roll at advantage.
Put in that 20 for the first roll, and then 18.
Was that a natural 20?
Not 20.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cole. You tie some serious knots to these things. As you guys begin pulling these 2 bodies, it takes a while for you to get up the first area, because you have to climb 30 feet back up, and then pull both of these beasts up a 30-foot climb. You can do it, and you do manage to succeed in dragging. It does make traveling back rather difficult. Carrying this really heavy load, it takes double the amount of time to return to where you were.
That's fine.
Are you guys heading back to the city first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Galad, there's this almost area of relief. With every step back towards the city, you know you are heading further away from home. Can you please make me a perception check at disadvantage?
Nine.
9. Okay.
I see nothing. I know nothing. I hear nothing.
You start looking around a fair bit, but your attention is drawn to the tunnels around, just being careful, just in case there's anything else down here. And there's an area where you get distracted, where the bodies just start to smell with the exposed brain tissue to the cold air after those guys ripped the head plates off. As you guys continue, you get to the guards stood by the exit of the tunnel after about an hour, and you dive into the water. The ropes hold, and you do not send 2 bullets slowly cascading down onto a city. As you all swim down, returning proudly to the tavern. There is quite a spectacle as people watch you pulling these beasts behind you.
I forgot it was a city.
There is just civilians lining the roads and streets. It's interesting in a city entirely based underwater, where everyone's just sort of swimming and treading water in place. And there's this eerie silence as you arrive. You continue pulling these beasts towards the... I assume you're going straight back to the tavern first and find Drenwith?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you head back to the tavern, before gradually, muffled underwater, you begin to hear the faint clapping of water being pushed between hands. And you look around as there is, although visibly very distinct, audibly very hard to hear, as there is a large applause from the citizens around as they recognize the task that has been completed. And you open the doors to the drowned anchor, swim inside, and Tremwith throws his arms open. You've returned, and you've done it!
Yeah.
We killed two.
Might need to make
Well-
sure there's not more of them first,
Yeah,
though.
there could be more. We don't know, but we killed two.
We'll
gonna
send people
rest
straight
first.
away. We'll send people straight away. We'll know if there's more within a couple of hours.
Sweet.
Assuming this is it, you guys have done this city a great service. Trade will open again. We'll have access to the surface. I don't think you understand how important this is to us.
Don't worry.
Can I get us a
about it.
discount on some healthcare?
Are you... he sort of looks across to Marle and sees these horrific scars.
She looks cool, right?
Seeing him notice, I'm going to physically shift into a very uncomfortable state and just...
And I open I go, these two, pretty fugly. Point to the spider bites.
I'm not sure we can help with those. It looks like you need some pretty strong healing magics to fix that scarring. Or a really good surgeon. And I have no idea what those are, I'm afraid, Galad.
It's okay. I think we should still maybe have a doctor's opinion on the whole thing.
I can ask. But we have healers in town, though not very powerful ones.
Okay. Can I strike a deal with you? Let them check us for free, and if they can provide their services, we'll pay for the services.
Of course. I'll see what I can do. I'll go find them straight away. I first need to stop by the city council and let them know that we need to send some militia up the tunnel.
Okay.
Please, rest, relax, recover. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Sweet.
We'll be in our room, most likely.
I need a
Okay.
drink.
All the
Today's
free
what it
beer
is.
you can want.
Yeah.
Okay. You have two bodies of bullets at the doorstep of this tavern. And you guys are
Oh
safe.
yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take my time taking every single armor plate off.
Okay. What would everyone else like to do? You have a moment of downtime here, like a couple of hours at least.
I want to go to take a nap. To the room.
I'm gonna be in the room, but I'm gonna be playing my lute. I think. Calm myself down.
I'm gonna be there right next to Marley doing my best to cheer her up. Even though I'm terrible at it.
Go ahead. What'd you do? How'd you try and cheer Marle? You guys have a nice little roleplay moment here. See what you can do.
I'm just gonna babble on and be like, it'll be okay, don't worry, it's fine. Like, you look cute still. I mean, it can't be as bad as what's on me, and at least you're not cursed, and you're not hurt, and we're safe, and we did a whole bunch of services for these guys, and we should be proud of ourselves regardless of what happened.
I'm proud of us. It's kind of nice. We've come a long way. I liked my body. It was nice. I worked on it for ages. Kinda.
The star
That's
looks
it.
dope.
Let out all that anger while we're here.
There's
Just think about how great it was to smite the things that did it to you, because you definitely smoted them at some point.
I did. I did. This body was built from stew and performance, and now I can't even have stew.
And I immediately conjure stew in my hands and be like, yes, you can.
No, I can't have stew. No.
You didn't eat Nuki, remember? It was a trick.
Yeah,
I
but
love it again.
It's tainted the entire meal for me.
Would you like to try a substitute? Have you ever had a banana split? They're fucking amazing.
What the heck's a banana split?
Oh yeah, it's 3 scoops of ice cream with a banana split in half. It gets its name. Some chocolate, strawberry, and sometimes pineapple, sometimes cherry on the third one, and it is probably my favorite food to die for.
Have you conjured this up?
As you're thinking about it, it does just appear in front of you. In fact, there's like a plate of them.
Because I am going to take a few bites of this banana split, and Marley's eyes are going to light up like a kid's eyes in a candy shop. It is literally heaven incarnate for her, and she is just enamored by this banana split.
And it's the one thing Jodie likes more than alcohol, if you can believe that. She's trying to eat 3 of them at one time right now.
At this point, I would like you, please, Galad, to make another perception check. Marle, who's around you? Feng's busy. Mamba, what are you doing right now?
I said I was going to take a nap, so I think I'm sleeping.
Okay, you go and take a nap. So, Marley, can you also make a perception check? Both of you at disadvantage.
Sorry, one moment. I was shouting at Tori, who just raided. A perception check at disadvantage.
Yes, please, from both you and Galad, please.
9.
Cool. Okay, that is 11.
11.
Yeah.
Marley, you notice this. Galad, you do not. There's a moment where Galad is quite happy eating away at the banana splits that have just been conjured onto this giant platter of delicacies and ice cream. There's a slight smile. In fact, there's a big beaming smile. This is amazing. You are eating ice cream. This is great. And they mentioned that Jodie would love to eat loads of this more than they love to drink. You look down. You lock eyes with Jodie. And in Jodie's mouth are one of the jet gems. They lock eyes with you for a second and swallow it.
Ah, fuck.
Jodie, what the fuck?
I told you she loves those things.
Galad, she just swallowed one of the jets.
Yeah, well, she needs all 8. We got 7 more that we're gonna drop in the ocean the moment we get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing it now.
Wow.
What happens if she's cursed?
And she's cursed. Sorry, love.
I mean, I'm right in thinking that she has like free thought and she's a pretty clever bunny, right?
Not really.
Oh, well that explains why she swallowed a jam, I guess.
You could say she's half that.
Half bunny.
No, half a free-thinking individual.
Okay, I thought you were about to say that she's half bunny, and I'm like, I don't know where the other half is.
To be fair, you can only see half of her.
True. Huh.
Jodie then hops around and continues to eat ice cream.
I mean, she seems
And I get
fine.
a look on my face. Idea forming, but I don't say anything.
Okay.
Wow.
You guys enjoy food. Mamba, you enjoy rest. Feng, you're the only one that's quite busy in this moment. You are going to make a series of checks here. Can you please roll me another medicine check.
Okay. 12.
12. Roll me a d12.
8.
You get 8 pounds of scale. It's not as much as you'd hoped. This is maybe 4 plates added to the one you've already got. So with a total of 5 of these large scales. The rest are just too hard to remove. You reckon you could do it if you spent a day down here, but you don't know how quickly this body will deteriorate underwater.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. Sweet.
Okay. You guys rest up a bit. Feng comes back holding a stack of plates. His armor plates.
Whoa, you got so much more than we got earlier. Holy heck. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. We gotta find out how good it is first as armor.
True.
But I was thinking about taking it back to the clan one day and maybe give it to them as a gift.
That would be lovely.
Part of the hunt.
Mm. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that that smithing vendor could probably deal with it. It seems too specialist.
Yeah.
From what he
Well, I
said
think we
about the
can make-
dragon.
You could definitely make a shield out of it though.
Oh yeah. Need to go and speak to him about that. But rest first. I've eaten so much ice cream, I might die. And I'm glad that we just made ice cream exist in this universe, by the way.
Now canon.
Yeah, ice cream is now canon.
Just thinking, knowing armor, can I take a look at the plate to see if they'd be any good or rough idea?
You are proficient in armor, and your entire clan based off of natural made armors. You know that you could quite easily, if you had enough of this, use it to make either a suit of half plate or even potentially a suit of full plate armor.
Cool, okay.
The rest of it, and whether or not it would be any better than what you have, would be reliant on the skill of the smith or the crafter.
Cool. Makes sense.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys settle down for a rest. There's a fair few hours before Trimworth comes back. And as he returns, he approaches you once again, sitting just outside the door, swimming out in the water. I've spoken to the council. They sent militia up the tunnel, and it doesn't seem like there's any more.
Well, that's good news.
Cool.
As such, the council asked me to present you with this writ, as he hands out a scroll of essentially knitted seaweed, and written on the front in some sort of glowing ink. It hereby dubs you as saviors of trade and commerce
Really
of
rolls off the tongue.
Cjbeards, and as such, owners of Krith.
We got a dragon turtle!
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Krish.
Ow. I hit my
Only
elbow
one
doing
thing
it.
left to do then. Let's go trade in this eye at the potion guy.
I hit my funny bone.
Oh yeah. I need to go see that.
You guys don't have to come with. Well, no, Marle will have to come with me
Yeah,
because she's part of the deal. But
I'm
you
gonna-
guys can stay here if you'd like.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Real life is punishing me right now.
So you guys go off back to Gavin the Alchemist. You sort of arrive sort of at the doors. They are open. Swimming through that curtain, you see him working away. He is human, by the way. As he does, he sort of seems to be sort of shaking this large glass bottle, sort of looking at it upside down, looking at it sideways, seeing how the liquid is reacting underwater. Yeah, that'll do it.
You making a
Perfect.
smoothie, Gavin?
Am I making a what? Sorry. Oh, customers, it's you guys. That was pretty bloody quick. It was less than a day.
Yeah, it was.
Did you get me some eyes?
We got you a eye.
Got you one.
An eye.
Yes.
Well, I can see what I can do with it. Pass it here. I'll see what I can do. It might take a little bit of time. He takes it off of you, carefully puts it in sort of a glass vial. Tell you what, come back in the morning and I'll see if I can provide you with something useful out of it.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, thank you so much.
Good luck with the smoothie.
Right.
And the recipe?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, of course. I was about to get to that. You got to promise me you're not going to share this with anyone. I don't want my secret skills being
Not at all.
like mass marketed.
He can't break a promise.
Right, gotcha. As he does hand over the recipe for a standard healing potion.
Ooh. What is the recipe?
The standard healing potion, you having a read through the recipes, you work out that you would need 40 golds worth of healing herbs.
Okay. Nice. Is that it?
That's it?
That is quite simply it. And if you would like me to start working on a complete alchemical making chart that you can find lots of stuff in, I will. It might take me some time.
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
So for now, just put down 40 golds worth of healing supplies.
Cool.
Question.
Yes.
Would I recognize the ingredient as something I can get from my home?
Looking down at some of the ingredients that could be used as healing items or healing herbs, the springwood is a very large, very growth focused area. This is a wood that is perpetually in spring, and thus everything is perpetually blooming. And it could be a very, very resource-filled area of land. You do know that your people really heavily govern these woods, and poaching the plants is equal to poaching creatures.
Wow. What
I figured.
else they like?
Marle, you're the only one with me right now, right?
Yeah, just me.
It's just you two.
Okay. I'm gonna pull you aside and I'm gonna kind of start to get a little tearful at this, like I'm panicking a little bit, and I'm just gonna say, we have to go to the surface.
Oh,
We have to.
why?
I mean, it's been a long time since I've been back, but they might be able to fix us both. And if we've got the opportunity right in front of our face, we need to take it. And honestly, at this time, I care more about you than I do about me.
Well, I'm gonna give you a big hug. And
I'm gonna take it.
we're in this together. Nobody goes for anything alone.
If I had to go alone, I probably wouldn't do it.
No.
But if I take you four with me and we be extra careful, I can't stress how careful we have to be when we're up there. Like, so many things will offend. So many of them.
You're gonna have to give me a list. I have No social skills, apparently. But it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll go. We can.
We're gonna have to leave Jodie here.
Why?
Just trust me, we're going to have to leave Jodie here.
Do they not like bunnies?
I don't answer.
Fair. Huh. Wood elves don't like bunnies? Who defunct? I thought they liked animals.
Oh, they do.
Just not Jodie. Selective hatred, I see. Okay. We don't need anything more from Gavin, do we?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's make our way back, and say hi to Krish. It is Krish, isn't it?
Krish.
Krish. Fuck yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to stop by Krish before going back to the tavern.
No, we'll go back and get everyone else, and then go and see Krish.
You return to the tavern. At this point, it's been a few hours since Trimworth left and returned. A short trip through the town, probably half an hour. At this point, if you guys would have liked to have taken a long rest, you probably can.
Cool.
Though, if you're willing to just continue to wait as well to finish off those long rests, it was the 2 elves that went off, so you guys only needed 4 hours.
Yeah.
So everyone can have had a long rest at this point.
Sweet.
However, as you go through your rest, Galad, you are mid-meditation before the area around you, your vision, which is normally quite peaceful, images of the woods filling your mind. As the shadows of the trees get darker and darker, the forest floor that you normally find yourself in when meditating in this way gets covered in so much shadow that it just turns to black, that then creeps up the trees and finally swallows the canopy until all light fades away. You sit there for a moment, looking around, and there, in the distance, you see Jodie, sat down and shoveling something into her mouth. You find yourself walking over, getting closer and closer. Perhaps not walking, perhaps drifting. Or is Jodie simply coming closer to you? You're not quite sure in this moment. But you find yourself maybe a foot away from Jodie as they look up at you and grin. Oh, so full, as they shovel another one of those jet stones into their mouth. You left me in this city when you went and got yourself captured. Do you know what I had to do to survive getting gillweed as a rabbit that can't talk?
Well, they would have killed you.
Well, I might have. I might have saved your life. Either way, there would have been plenty of things to eat, though these stones you've brought me have been wonderful.
Do you want to turn into a giant king spider?
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. Do you want to get eaten alive by spiders?
oh, I'm not going to worry about that. I was just hungry.
Maybe. Well, maybe I can take back what's mine then.
There is a moment, maybe intimidation roll.
Um, 13.
And there's a moment where they look across to you. Oh, take it back. Galadesis. And they raise one of their paws, and your arm raises involuntarily. I have half of you. You can try and take back what is yours, but I can cause so much damage if you wish to try.
It's not like I care about my life.
We have such a good relationship. If only you would feed me more, we could become more powerful. We could fix this. We could do it right this time.
So you're saying you want more of me?
Not you, no. I want the items we find, like those stones. I took the liberty of eating them. You didn't notice. I would say I'm sorry, but I was so hungry. But the more you let me feed, the more energy I can give you. Here, look, they bite into your pocket and pull out your spellbook. And they flip it open. And they flip it open to a new page. There is a new glyph in your spellbook. One you've not read before, one you've not seen before. I took the power of the stone. I changed it. I'm making us stronger. Next time you need to web your enemies, this is the glyph we use. We use Galadesis together.
That's interesting and all. However, if you eat all 8 of these, I have a feeling I'm also going to be attacked by spiders constantly. Would you settle for 7? And let me get rid of the other one? The depths of the ocean where it shall never be found?
I would love to agree. Marle caught me eating the 8th.
Well, then I'm just going to try and make her sick. Make her cough it up by giving her like a CPR type of thing. Quite violently.
You squeeze Jodie, and the crushing pain against your ribs is agonizing. Please make me a Constitution saving throw. As you feel hands gripping your waist and squeezing.
12.
12. You squeeze and you squeeze, but the pain comes to a point where you can't squeeze anymore. You slowly release and the pain subsides. Jodie grimaces, scrunches up on the floor. Really? This isn't going to work like this, Galadesis. We've got to work together.
You deserve that.
I don't think I did. Remember, you did this to me. You did this to us. I was minding my own business, munching grass, being a happy rabbit. You got greedy.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. And I'm sorry. And I think I've paid the price enough times over by now.
Don't
Look,
join me in
if there's a
fixing it.
way to undo this, it doesn't require us getting eaten alive by spiders. I would prefer that. If I have to slit my own throat, I will not hesitate for a second. Do I make myself clear?
Now, there's no need to go so far. Make me another intimidation roll.
That's better. Sorry. 16.
I'm not saying you have to kill me and thus yourself. I don't have to kill you and thus myself. We're sharing souls, Galad. I'm saying that we can work together on this. You work on advancing your power, but every now and again, just slip me something magical. Something that no one's using. Let me feed on it.
Fine. What choice do I have at this point?
Well, you've always got a choice. You could end it. You could. I don't think either of us want that, though.
I just look at her with a clenched jaw, not saying anything anymore.
Grow in power. Feed me the odd one or two. And I will turn it into magic for you to help you further. Eventually, we'll have the power to try again, and we'll succeed. The bond will be as it should be.
I mean, it would be if you had chosen me instead. Like, you know, it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen, but look, I'm up to you. You ply me with a lot of alcohol, and I quite frankly love it. I'm Jodie the rabbit, and I'm an alcoholic. I admit it. It's great. But there's more important things. So, are we in agreement? You feed me magic items, and I'll grow you in power.
As long as you promise not to get mad when I have to leave you behind while we go up to Springwood.
You see, I really
Because-
don't think we should do that.
There's a good chance that you get in a lot of trouble, Joey.
The last thing we want is for your old peoples to find us. They'll know
What do you mean we don't? What are we gonna do about our situations, though? And
the other ways.
yeah, it could be fucking years before we find anything. I can't. You know my oath. I cannot sit by while someone else suffers and ignore it. I don't care how small the suffering is.
They looked pretty happy to me when you were feeding them banana splits. I'm just saying, and that big fella thinks it's well good. Maybe it's just a matter of perspective.
I can't do it, Jodie. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. That's probably you in me. Let me try that again. That's probably the you in me talking, because I never used to care.
Well, I am a good individual, but also not. Then again, that's what happens when someone comes and steals half your soul, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's not like I didn't sow my own rewards here.
Just have a think about it. Have some rest. If we go up there, we can't get caught. Your people can't know about this.
Stay down here. Or, at the very least, let me cast invisibility on you while we're up there.
You're going to spend more magic every hour. Your people are really good at detecting magic use. They're
And
the
run when I tell
masters
you to
of
run.
illusion. All right, I could do that. I'm pretty good at running away from your people.
Aren't we both? Can I go back to sleep now? I kind of need to rest.
All right. Just remember, feed me and you'll get power. We'll eventually have the bond strong enough that we can do it again and fix everything. You'll have the way it should be, I'll be free, and we can continue going. Who knows? Maybe your old man will learn to accept you.
That is the funniest joke I've ever heard.
All he's wanted is for this soul bind to be successful for you. And if it is, that will solve all the problems. Will you feed me?
Yeah, sure.
All right then. All right. Now, can you just quick itch behind the ear? I'm actually a bit dying for one. I've been waiting for a while, actually.
I'm gonna conjure up a like back scratcher looking thing out of Coral. Use that because I'm still pretty pissed with you.
Scratch. You exit your meditation as it all floods back. You open your eyes and you're in the room, and you are absent-mindedly scratching the back of Jodie's ear with a coral-made comb that you casually just run through the fur. And you're back. There is another thing that you do notice, however. As you look down at your previous festering mole bites, you can see that they have started to sink into your skin and are getting smaller. However,
That's a good thing.
there's this sick sensation inside you, this nausea. Something you can't quite put your finger on. And it begins to hurt. It begins to get pain in your stomach. You clench and you flex. As you do, you look down at your arms. As your skin begins to split out a bit, and you can see a spider's carapace protruding from it. Stronger, tougher, harder to break, but weighty. You feel slower. You relax and it fades away and vanishes back inside. What is your constitution modifier? Your score, sorry. What is your constitution score?
12.
And your strength score?
12.
Increase your constitution score by 2 and your strength by 1.
Whoa.
Hello.
I then would like you to roll me a D100.
What?
Get ready to fight me. That's not a 100. 83.
83.
Mm-hmm.
You have this. You're inside the mansion, and there's, as you run your hand down your skin, you've sort of pressed down, and your bones are soft. You can bend them. Until your next long rest, you are immune to the grappled and restrained condition.
Okay then.
That is the extent of your morning. As you guys all begin to wake, is there anything anyone else would like to do at the start of this new day?
Make a soul pact with a bunny. That's just completely meta out of character. Just the first thing I do when I wake up is look down at my body and just look at it a bit, like, you know, when you drink and you wake up and you're like, oh yeah, I did that last night. I'm gonna have that kind of feeling when I
That kind of morning.
yeah, when I wake up and I'm like, oh fuck, it wasn't a dream.
You remove the armor to sleep and to meditate, and you do look down and you can see the dents, the indentation on your ribs where they were splintered and cracked. And although the healing has stopped them from exposing your organs, it has left them with large dents.
Wow. I'm gonna conjure up a banana split.
And a banana split.
That's it now. That's what I'm gonna be eating forever.
You guys have all regained a long rest. You've all regained all your hit points and spell slots. Mamba, is there anything you'd like to do in the morning? No? Okay. And Feng?
All good, my end.
All good. Finally, Galad, is there anything you would like to do?
I'm going to do my best to hide my body modifications and the moles on my skin.
Looking down, the moles on your skin are so faint now. The chitinous plating that had started to spread has reverted back to your skin. Everything looks normal.
Okay.
Are we staying here for the foreseeable future, or are we making our way somewhere now?
Well,
Remember what we talked about yesterday?
Yeah?
Let's do it now. Before
Go to your
I
home?
chicken out. Yes.
don't forget we got that information about that boat with the mark on your arm to do with the
Oh,
mark.
the temple. Yeah. Do we know where it is? Did we get it on a map or anything?
Yeah, that's why we got the turtle.
Ah. So we stay here until then, I guess. Fuck,
I mean, we got the turtle, right?
Yeah. We have... Oh, I was about to say we have to name him, but I forgot his name was Krish. Oh. Oh well. We have a dragon turtle. Well, okay. So I guess we go to the temple at some point fairly soon then. That
Well,
could be...
we can always come back here and then go to the temple. Not a
Yeah.
problem.
Depends on how soon you need to go to your home, Galad.
Right away.
Straight away.
I'm looking really scared. And
Okay.
saying this completely deadpan.
I guess we make that our priority then. Yeah. We do this together, we make that our priority. If everyone is in agreement.
Yep.
Gathering your equipment. Getting ready for the next leg of your adventure. You exit the mansion and begin swimming back up towards the merchant's path, towards the Springwood. And for one of you, home. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Heck yeah. We got
Awesome,
a
thank
dragon
you very much.
turtle. That was really good.
That was a great session, you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed that session.
Yeah.
Very much free.
I do love role playing so much. Like, so much.
Literally sat there talking to a bunny for like 15 minutes. That was fucking hilarious.
I love that you've got a stuffed bunny. Alright. Moments like that will make it good.
I'm sorry I couldn't stop smiling while through that whole thing. Though.
I mean, you are sat there talking to a teddy bear.
Talking to a stuffed animal. I love that
Well,
we have a stuffed bunny. We've got a snake that Mamba has made. Like,
That snake is cool as hell as well.
Yeah.
So
really
we
have
need
to
like
make-
one of you needs to
Oh.
get a giant turtle.
Noted.
And a polar bear.
10-foot plushie of a
You,
10
should,
polar
you need a giant polar bear plushie.
bear. I'll have a look. Giant polar bear.
I'll try and get like an appa teddy or something. And then like stick a shell on top of it.
There we go.
It is so nice to be delving into my backstory. I'm sorry, I'm really excited for this. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's how the dice have rolled. We have found our way to the beginning of your backstory first. The rest of you will have yours to come.
Totally cool.
Wait for those either, because I love character moments and stories and stuff. So,
I'm glad you all have fun. I think. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say at the end of the session? Or are we happy to pass it over to Pixie? And
Please don't disfigure me
Yeah.
again.
it's not going to be a common occurrence.
No. It's alright.
Depending on quick, right?
All right. With that, I think we'll pass it back to Pixie then, and we'll all say goodbye.
Heck yeah. Thank you for
Have a
being
good night,
here,
guys.
everyone. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.